Hello, hello, GDQ Hotfix gang. We are so excited because this is the final stream before SGDQ, and we are going to be sending it off with a bang. Y'all have seen New Super Luigi U and Pikmin 3, and I don't know if, that's making something ring in your brain. What do those games kind of have in common? Well, you add Yoshi into that mix, maybe they're all a little green, but also they all appear in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So that's our theme for tonight. It's Brawl and all of the games that are sort of inspiring that, all of the characters that are making up the Brawl roster. Well, a subset of them, a green subset of them. So I hope y'all have been enjoying the show tonight, and y'all are going to absolutely love the rest of our show, because we do have Super Smash Bros. Brawl coming up next, and then after that, we are going to have Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, which, if you do not know, that is the newest Yoshi game in the series. It came out quite recently, so we're going to see this one as it is being done. This is its first appearance on GQ, so very excited for that later. But first, we have an absolute classic, one I'm sure y'all have enjoyed very, very much, and played in a little bit of a different way than you might be used to seeing some Smash Bros. Gameplay. This is Super Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary Any Percent by Mansky. Let's have some fun.
Hey guys, I'm Samansky. This is Super Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary. Great game, classic. We've known it for many years now. We'll be doing any percent, and pretty much what that is, very briefly speaking, is we'll be completing as fast as we can. We are going to get certain things here and there, particularly certain characters near the end of the game, but we'll talk about that once we get there. But for now, I would like to introduce my amazing commentator, Swoos, if you'd like to talk about themselves.
Why, hello, I'm Swoos. I played this game a lot, like, 8 years ago. Yeah, there's been a bit of changes since I've last been on, but we'll see how I keep up.
There have been a lot of changes in the last couple of years or so. There have been some major discoveries that have been used in recent runs, but I'll try my best to do all of them. I can't do all of them, but I'll do most. So we start by doing a new game. I'll pick my amazing user, SZC, for Samansky, and we will be doing on easy, but other categories, difficulties, no. So we'll be doing easy. We'll get ready to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good
All
luck.
right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pick Kirby, not Mario, but Kirby. And the first thing we're gonna do is self-destruct, but we have to get Mario with us to self-destruct. So, we want to jump, because jumping actually aggravates the AI for some reason. So once we inhale Mario, we're gonna fall off and self-destruct.
Just like you did when the game first came out.
It's over. It's over. So we're gonna go ahead and skip these cutscenes. They're fun, they're great, but we don't need them. And you may notice I went back to Kirby again because he was already loaded in the game. And when you select a character that's already loaded into the game, they do load in a little bit faster. And of course they get great Brawl RNG by getting a bomb.
You also trip right at the beginning, which is, I mean, Brawl is notorious for tripping. Funnily enough, they made tripping rarer in Subspace.
Yeah.
It is harder to trip.
But
and you still manage it on your first input, so
yes. So right now, what this is called is an ambush, where the camera is kind of like locked in a certain position, and you have to fight a wave of enemies. But there will be times later in the run where we kind of don't have to do these ambushes, and instead we could maybe skip them. Hint, hint, for what we might be doing later.
Ooh,
yeah, this one came
and
right
that ambush
after
is done.
So no chance.
And oh no, what happened? Something happened.
Oh,
we have our first boss fight.
Iconic creature right there. Creature be creature.
Yeah, I wonder who that is. So that's Petey. Petey's also dead.
Rip.
And we also got Zelda's cage and not Peach's cage. Unless that was a task, I can get bomb drops in every hole. No. So that's why we're saving Zelda instead. And that's Midair Stadium. Now we're in Skyworld with Pit. And not a whole lot going on in Skyworld. Pit is kind of your average middle-of-the-road character. But for now, we're stuck with him.
Yeah, Pit has a cool feature that about 2.5 characters in this game have, which we'll see in the next room, which is Pit is able to glide. I say 2.5 because Charizard can glide, but it's slower than walking, so no. But yeah, Pit's glide is really good for Just covering long distances and eventually skipping some fights.
So Pit's Glide is kind of broken depending on how well you can use it. And we're gonna get rid of that Grief because they're annoying. And Mario's back. Yay, Mario's back, but we're not gonna pick him because we don't need him.
Yeah, I don't remember why Mario shows up in this. Some random
Yeah, I don't
lore.
understand either.
Mario's such a random character to be in Smash Bros. Why'd they add him?
Right? Like,
Good
Such a
question,
strange
yeah.
pick.
I mean, we all know why Kirby's here, but like, Mario?
The goat.
Who? Yeah.
Alright, oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna just double dip.
Yeah, so right now...
So I just skipped an ambush.
Skip the whole fight.
Yeah. I was supposed to do a fight sequence when the ground kind of like went down. There was supposed to be an ambush that the game wanted us to do, but if you go right over it, you can just skip it. It's optional. Well, Kirby and Zelda, but we'll pick Zelda. But the developers don't want you to know that you can just pick Sheik instead. Wow, shocker. Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheik is a lot better than Zelda or Kirby combined. Still not a great character overall, but for the situation we have, good as we can do it. That's filler, by the way. I'm not sure what the point of that was.
Yeah. It's introduction to the halberd, I guess. So, I mean, there's a lot of lore in Subspace, and there's a lot of lore that's cut from the cutscenes. Mostly that's relevant like later in the game. There's a lot of... If you were like a die-hard lore fan, you'll notice some lore gaps. Well, you won't hear because you don't watch the cutscenes, but there's a couple just plot holes that don't make sense because the relevant plot was only released on like the Smash Dojo in 2008. So, yeah. The halberd got taken over. You never really see that happen. It kind of just is.
Yeah. Sea of Clouds, nothing too big going on, but there is this one part I'm going to do right here. I'm going to try to pause the game at a frame perfect moment at an ambush, and if I do it right, it's coming up just in a little bit. Hopefully I do it right. Oh my, I got it! Oh, this is reverse pause glitch. So this is a frame perfect thing, where if you pause 2 frames before the ambush ends, you can kind of like make it do some weird stuff. And normally you're not supposed to do that, and I just saved like 30 seconds.
Let's go.
So that's nice.
Basically,
That's nice.
the camera just ends up following you, because you're supposed to finish an ambush there, and then do another one, and then you do a lot of movement in that whole room, and you could just pause the game, unfreeze the camera, and just jump to the end, basically. So, cool stuff.
Yeah, there are 3 times where I'm going to be doing a reverse pause glitch, or RPGs, is what we call it. And that was one of them. There are 2 more. I'll say once the level is once we get there, but they're way later. I got a little late on the cycle, that's fine. I still can't believe I got RPG. I was doing it on emulator like before this, and I only got it like once. Now we're playing Donkey Kong in the jungle. A while ago, Diddy Kong was the preferred pick, but we kind of figured out that Donkey Kong was just better for this.
I mean, he appears to be able to phase through enemies like they're nothing, so that's a pretty good ability.
Yeah, this fight.
Yeah, also look at Donkey Kong's dash attack.
It's been worse.
Yeah. Donkey Kong's dash attack in Brawl really isn't that great. I'm kind of happy that they fixed it in the future versions.
Yeah. This used to be the perfect spot when we used Diddy here to explain Subspace's mechanics, which are a little bit different than like regular Brawl. So basically, spoilers, you get to play a lot more characters in this. So kind of the devs to make it more accessible to every character, they more or less normalize the character's speed. So some characters are faster than others, but they're, like we'll see later in the game, some of the very fast characters are significantly slower. They also heavily increased gravity, so if you're Diddy Kong here and you use his up B, you just fall. You don't really gain any height from it, because gravity is just a lot higher in Subspace for some reason. But yeah, the characters might be moving faster or slower than you would expect just because they're relatively normalized to like a middle value, which is it is a design choice of all time for sure.
I feel like it reflects the ethos of just like, yeah, of you should be able to pick who you want,
right?
You know, a little bit.
So if you're stuck with the slowest character in the game, you can still complete levels, which, I mean, I get it.
Yeah. But for speedrunners, I feel like that's kind of unsatisfying.
Yeah.
Everyone's the same. Great.
I don't know if the glide speed is affected. I definitely don't know that much of the intricacy, but gliding is pretty quick regardless, which is why we're going to be using it here as well.
Yeah, Pit's glide really is something special. It's like you have to use a very specific angle. It's about 5 degrees, but once you know that and you can use it, you can just go very, very far. You can do a lot of different things that really makes Pit better than other characters, but still not amazing.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm going to self-destruct because Mario is actually better suited for these next coming ambushes.
No, and I was just about to bring up if Pit was a creature, and I think he is. No, Mario.
Yeah, I guess he'd be non-human. I guess it depends on what canon you subscribe to.
I suppose. But you know what? He has wings that work, so
True.
I feel like that counts.
Yeah, gliding is one of those mechanics that takes maybe not a lot of getting used to, but it is tricky. So if you're familiar with the competitive scene in this game, you'll know that Meta Knight is far and away the best character in the game. I insist that he's not at like the lowest level until you learn how to glide, and then he's good. If you don't know how to glide with Meta Knight, you're just not going to do good things with him, which we will see a lot of Meta Knight gliding later. So he is still the best character in Subspace.
Alright, that's fine. Nice. I have a little, like, timer on my phone, and I got here at sub 10, which is really good. It's pretty nice.
So solid
and now we get to see another boss fight, which is one of my least favorites, actually.
Rayquaza in all caps.
Rayquaza!
Yeah. Kind of like the game's mad at you.
Yeah, there's, so we're playing on the PAL version for a couple tricks later in the game, and generally everything is the same, or ideally everything should be the same, because, you know, this game was made to be played online, so there's no, like, gameplay, or there's no, like, character buffs or nerfs between versions. But for some reason, PAL version capitalizes every single Pokemon's name. So, like, in like, stage selections, when we get to pick Pikachu, it's just Pikachu in all caps. Rayquaza was in all caps there. So, just interesting things. It is also nice that this game supports PAL 60, so you don't need a PAL TV to play it on. You can just play it on your regular TV.
Sweet.
I also understand that a lot of people like this song, so if any Cat Jam people want to do that, this is your golden opportunity.
Yes, get in chat and spam those. I love it.
It's a good song. It's a good one.
Oh, we have a new poll that's popped up in chat. Everybody, check that out. And the poll is for who's lower, Rayquaza, Groudon, or Kyogre? And you have to say it like that.
Like the Pokédex?
Rayquaza is a dragon and flying type. Rayquaza gunning out to an early lead, although Kyogre is making a stand as well. They're all actually got votes, so go vote for your favorite member of the trio. I love them all. They're all iconic.
Yeah, this level is a kind of just a lot of running back and forth between doors. This level kind of introduces, in a way, like a back and forth door, which is never used until we come back to this section later in the run. This game's kind of good at just introducing stuff that's never used again. Because, why not? This game also introduced a playable single-player mode in Smash games, which was never used again. Sad.
Which
World of Light doesn't
genuinely is really sad. I loved booting up Subspace when I was a kid, when, you know, my sibling was busy or whatever.
It's just
nice
so different.
Yeah, it's nice to have.
They put a Kirby game in Smash Bros.
True.
Yeah.
Real.
Also, I did that thing where it kind of almost went out of bounds into that door, because if you time it right, you can save upwards of like 2 seconds. I'm not sure how much I saved, but it felt pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just because this auto-scroller is so slow. On higher difficulties,
Yeah.
auto-scrollers go faster, so it is no longer a time save after a certain point, because the time, like the load
Someone
time
in the
is just
chat
too much.
wants to label this Pokemon, but in all caps as well. So whatever this is, because I forgot what it is. But remember, all caps.
Oh,
all
Weavile,
caps.
yeah.
Yeah, all caps. Remember that.
Yeah, this game came out for Gen
And-
4.
Yep. That
Chad, if you'd
self-destruct
like to
was also
Go ahead.
intentional.
Makes sense.
No, go ahead.
Chad, if you'd like to put your favorite Pokemon, but in all caps. Chad, I would love to see that. Please, please.
It's got to be Gen 4 and below, though, or else it's not thematically correct.
Yes.
Okay, I'm lucky I happen to be in there. But new gen folks, I'm sorry.
Come on, Bowser.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, this fight sucks. But that was really good.
Yeah, that was actually really good. That was all on accident. I set up everything right, but the way you want that fight is Bowser kind of runs up to you, you grab him, throw him off, then you time a spike, and if you really want to, you can double spike. But Bowser kind of threw himself off, so that was a golden opportunity for me. It was a good level, by the way, nevertheless.
This
I
level
do want
introduces
to,
Lucas, who no one knows about.
It's a really good way to describe him, yeah.
Who nobody in
Oh,
America
sorry,
has ever
Lucas.
heard of.
Although, astute lookers of the SGDQ schedule might note that Earthbound Beginnings is now included in that schedule as of recent.
That's close.
Yeah, so if you're an Earthbound fan, I mean, no Lucas, but, you know, you can think about him. Can be in your mind.
Yeah, it's like how, in Melee, Melee was Roy from Fire Emblem's debut game, because Melee released before Roy's Fire Emblem game came out. Which, interesting. But yeah, Lucas from Mother 3, game which has never come to the US, and probably never will. We're just in a big auto-scroller here. You can run behind the
I
statue,
have no idea how I
kind
pulled
of.
that off.
Just... yeah, there is not really any way to speed this up, unfortunately, other than playing on a higher difficulty, which New Game Plus is a different category, which allows difficulty switching. So for things like this, you would want to switch to a higher difficulty just to make the auto-scroller faster. But because we are on any percent, we are stuck to easy. The statue's gone.
Yeah, he's dead. Don't worry. He's definitely won't come
The
back.
statue's back
Oh.
for like 5
Oh,
seconds.
he's back.
Yep.
Yeah, for like, five seconds.
And we're
Like a
done.
dip in the pool. Refreshing.
Yeah, he knows it's hot outside, so he needed that water. Which it is hot outside, it's like 93
hot.
out.
This Porky fight either goes really well or really badly, because a lot of Porky's moves are just like really annoying to deal with. Like this one.
Oh.
It's possible, yeah, it's possible to land on Porky and continue
Oh.
attacking in that attack, so make the best of what you can do with the attack cycle.
Shoutouts to all the Pokemon who were stated as favorites in all caps. We got, like, Jolteon and Haunter. Flygon. Awesome.
Jolteon's good.
Yes. Shout out Evolutions. Shocked there isn't one in Smash yet, honestly.
Yeah, right. Lucas is cool here. He has a bit of movement tech, so you'll see are using the magnet, which pulls you forward a little bit. So that's good for stalling, because, you know, platforming, you're going to want to be jumping in the air more, so...
Oh god. Oh. Oh, I love the subspace bombs. They're my best friends.
He's got an STI out of them.
And triple kill.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a good backup, honestly. Sometimes those, like, little blues, they just stand there. So you kind of want them to go to you.
Yeah, Subspace has added so many unique enemies, and then also Mario enemies for some reason.
I mean, these enemies look kind of familiar.
Yeah.
They kind of look like Pokeballs, but they're like
Exactly.
evil Pokeballs.
Exactly. Strange. Strange.
Yeah, that specific fight's a little interesting, because you only need to kill the original enemies. You don't need to kill all the ones that they've spawned. I mean, it just works out, because they all clump together, but... if you really want to optimize who you're taking out in like a minimum kills run, I guess.
Pacifist Brawl run. Incoming.
Basically. Setting up for a skip here. This one's one of the harder ones, because you gotta control PK Thunder while you're off screen, but it's just a semicircle.
Nice.
Yeah. Right
Killed
over
it.
the fight trigger.
So far, it's a pretty not bad run, actually.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting the RPG.
This level is one of the first hard levels. There's a very major skip we'll get to in about 2 or 3 screens. But this is Marth, also from a game no one knows about. Well, not anymore, but back then. Fire Emblem was still, I think, fairly niche. You kind of knew Marth as the sword guy from Melee.
Just run forward is my only advice for that room, is just run forward.
Yep. Ooh,
Oh, I got a mini
unfortunate.
mushroom, that is. Oh, okay, damage boost.
Ooh, that was fancy.
Alright. Yeah, unintentional, intentional.
Always intentional.
Alright, and we're about to see everyone's favorite character. But we're not gonna pick him.
Aw.
Not for now.
Aww,
Trust. Meta Knight soon.
my boy.
Yeah, this is also... this fight isn't hard, like, mechanically. It is just hard routing-wise, because the arena is so big. So, you just gotta move around, you know, hitting Primids into each other to get them off their platforms, because if they fall into a pit, they die, so...
I feel like if I fell into a pit, I'd also die, so I can't really blame
Yeah.
him for that.
It's kind of like me. These sword Primids are really annoying, because their hitboxes are huge. As well.
Yeah, this looks like a struggle. You're dealing with it well.
Yeah.
Too many swords.
So there's a fun setup here where you hit the Primid and self-destruct before the fight ends, so we spawn into the next room as Meta Knight, which is
That is so sick.
exceedingly important for this next section, which is one of the most complicated fight skips. So we're going to skip over the first fight. So that's the first fight skipped. Enter the second fight. So the camera's kind of locked. Go back to the first fight to unlock the camera for some reason. Take these Primids with us, because we want to end the first fight that we went back in after we skipped it. Yeah, follow along, don't worry. We're in an auto-scroller currently, but if you end a fight, that unlocks the camera, so you're no longer in the auto-scroller. So once we get to a certain point, we're going to unlock the camera and continue skipping fights. I think there's 2 more. If you go too high, you die. If you go too low, you trigger a fight. So that's one fight skipped, and here's the other one. And just barely
Almost
missed
got
it,
it.
but I mean, that's that's still a really hard fight skip. So I mean, getting 90% of it is still really solid. There's a lot of moving parts, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the auto-scroller finishing. So the auto-scroller was still going on in the background,
long.
and then it still
my
kills you.
lord.
So yeah, that's a
really
weird
funny.
room.
Wow.
Anyways, the rest of this level is not nearly as entertaining.
Yeah.
This fight here is a little annoying just because of these sword pyramids. I don't know exactly why, but either they have like a resistance or they just have more health, so they're a little more annoying to get rid of.
I'll take that bomb drop.
Yeah, that's certainly useful.
Yeah, shout out to Smash caster Dylan, who made a lot of great tasks for any percent, 100%, and right now he's working on the 2-player tasks. And he's on the Battlefield Fortress, so
Yeah.
kind of nice that we're at the same point where I'm talking about him. And if you're out there, Dylan, please keep working on that task. I love the progress.
Yeah, that is awesome. Huge shout out to Tass. Tassers all over. We don't often get to see GDQ tasks, but sometimes we do. Another shout out to the SGDQ schedule where we will be seeing the Super Mario 64 tasks on the finale day, Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the one right after. It's very close. Definitely put that in your schedule. I would love to see
That
a
one
task
is-
of this at a GDQ someday as well. Oh, wow.
Maybe.
That would be amazing.
One more
Maybe.
fight skip at the end of that room there, and we're moving into the forest, which features 2 green characters, and one of them is really bad, the other one is Yoshi.
No. Yoshi. Hello,
Yeah,
green friend.
Link is one of the worst characters in Brawl competitively, and also one of the worst in subspace. Just, he is slow and doesn't really have any good movement options. For those who do follow competitive Brawl, there are some some shakeups in who's good here versus who's good in competitive. So Captain Falcon's really good in subspace, and he's like 3rd worst competitively. Olimar is probably the single worst character in subspace, and I think he's 3rd on the tier list right now. So just because a character's good competitively does not mean they're good in the platforming mode. But yeah, Yoshi's egg roll is very fast and very nice to use on these. They made the forest pretty flat too, so it's nice to just be able to run along the flat floors.
By the way, update from the person who we were just talking about is in chat, and they say ETA on the full completion of the task is probably about a year away at this point, but that's how it goes when you control 2 players at once. That is so valid.
Yeah,
Keep working hard.
that's
Really
true
excited to
passes.
see it. It is. And speaking of tasks and RNG and bomb drops and all that stuff, how much RNG would we say is kind of in this run? How does that determine your pace, or does it kind of all even out at the end of the day?
A lot of the run is RNG. The item drops you get, that's RNG. The way that the enemies behave, particularly like when you're fighting against, you know, for me, when I was at Bowser back at the lake, that's kind of determined by RNG. So this is very RNG dependent.
Yeah, I would say a lot of the item drops are kind of just like, they're nice to haves. There's nothing that, like, with the exception of a couple bosses where there's like one item that's extremely good, nothing is super like, if you don't get this, you're losing seconds. But the CPU's AI is sometimes very annoying to deal with. We'll see that in a little bit in the Lakeshore, with the first couple of fights there are really tough to deal with sometimes. And then at the end of the game, there's about 35 fights that we need to do, and most of them are RNG dependent, just based on what the CPU wants to do. Oh, hey,
Now
it's
we're
Zero Suits.
Zero Suit Samus, yeah. But not for long.
Yeah, this is the research facility where we soon discover that someone, I don't know who, is harnessing Pikachu's power. Sorry, Pikachu, all caps.
Yeah, Pikachu all caps.
Yeah, they're harnessing Pikachu's electricity power for whatever reason, and we break him out. And now we're playing as Pikachu.
I like
And-
that Team Rocket's entire like goal is just accomplished in Subspace Emissary. They just did it.
Success.
Off screen. Yep.
Yeah, this is one of the... I think this is one of the lower points. It's just like, yeah, Pikachu's in this container. That sucks. I don't really know if it's ever explained why. Like, you can kind of surmise it from later on in the plot, like, who it is that's using this background and tile set, basically. But, Pikachu's very fast. That's a little bit of a skip just to hit a button that was way above. Both Pikachu and Zero Suit can do it, but Pikachu has the advantage of being able to cancel his up B, or quick attack, just by jumping on the floor. So he just did it there. And then you could do another up B and just chain those together. And then once you stop doing those, you get a good bit of lag, so that's why it's good to end that on a door, where you could just not have to worry about your ending lag and just go through the door. More auto-scrollers. They really wanted you to
Alright.
savor the game.
Well, I am savoring Pikachu's animations. Thank you for spamming them. They're very cute.
I do like Pikachu a lot in this game. Can also take advantage of Thunder's large hitbox by hitting the enemies before they even hit the screen. And then going back where we just came from. Except this time, it's not an auto-scroller.
Would we say that Pikachu has the most like unique movement kit in this game?
In terms of... I don't even know, I wouldn't call quick attack canceling a glitch. I guess it's just kind of a... I guess it's a feature. Between that and... I mean, Meta Knight still kind of clears, just because Meta Knight has several moves that are really helpful. But Pikachu's probably up there. Being able to angle quick attack twice, basically in any angle, is really useful, especially in that climb that we just did. Going up and being able to kind of angle around corners and enemies is really useful instead of just going straight up. These metal pyramids, probably never going to see it, but they reflect projectiles. But generally projectiles are not worth using unless you have an item.
And Samansky, is
That is
Pikachu... Oh, go ahead.
That's about a 30-minute early game, which is honestly not bad. But go on.
Nice. No, I just wanted to ask you if Pikachu is one of your favorites to move around as, or if you have other ones you like more.
Yeah, I do like Pikachu's moveset. It's very nice. I like quick attack cancel. Very helpful. You can go very fast. I learned it when I began doing this like about half a year ago. And it's very helpful.
Yeah, I feel like
That was a good Zelda fight, actually.
That was good,
That
yeah.
was good.
This fight and the one
Yeah,
after are two of the hardest fights, just because the CPU AI is weird.
Yeah, this is Lake Shore. A lot of speedrunners, including myself, despise this level. Because of the two fights.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I know my PB lost like 45 seconds on these fights alone, just because they're... The goal, ideally, we want to just get both Link and Yoshi over to the left side and just hit them off the stage. Get them to the blast zone faster. But sometimes they jump, sometimes they do attacks after jumping, sometimes they don't. And then there's also Mario, who sometimes hits them away from where we want to hit them, actually being useful here. But this might be the best Mario helper I've seen.
Goodness. Yep.
Sometimes the
Forward
CPU's...
smash.
Sometimes the SDI, which is just, you can move as you get hit to kind of influence your direction. Sometimes they have task DI, so they move like 2 character lengths away after you hit them, which is what Link did there. But
Yeah.
I insulted Mario
It's forward.
earlier and he was like, I'm not having that. I'm gonna show you how useful I am. Okay.
He was
I get
kinda
you,
good
Mario.
here.
He was kind of good.
But yeah, those
Pit's
fights
forward
are...
smash really isn't not the best thing, because sometimes when you hit them with the forward smash, it just sends them up instead of where you want them to go, especially when they're at a higher percentage.
Yeah, multi-hits in this game are generally not good just because of that SDI. You could just not get hit by any other hits even if you just, like, hold the direction.
I enjoyed you letting that enemy walk off by itself.
I appreciate the altruism, but, you know, it makes my life a lot easier.
It's just missing its head. It's like, well, that sucks. I'm done.
I'm done with this. Later.
Maybe it's one of the 4 headless horsemen of sorts.
Perhaps. That platform gets squished. I forgot about that part.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
One of the devs was like, hey, check out this cool effect I could do. They just squished it. Oh, goodbye, Pip.
Oh,
Maybe he isn't
okay.
ready yet.
Guess not.
Oh yeah, yeah, I guess not. Yeah, these self-destructs I'm about to do are intentional. We don't need Link, I'm just waiting for the next opportunity. Besides how slow he is, which, very slow. Alright, bye Link.
Bye, Link.
We also don't need Kirby as well, so
Just throwing away
we join
everyone.
him as well. Yeah,
Fun in the
but
pit.
we do need Yoshi.
Yeah, if you were to
We do need
if you were
Yoshi.
to self-destruct now, you would game over, and that's not good. Just makes you
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be
it
a-
makes you restart the room, but not fun.
Yeah, no thank you. And besides, Yoshi's kind of like a cool guy.
Yeah,
So.
just chilling.
Yeah.
It's got a cool double jump. Yeah, so again, having Yoshi here just makes this load faster, because we need Yoshi in the next section anyways. These enemies are hit the red spot for massive damage, otherwise you hit nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't let you hit at all, so it's a little annoying. There's a lot more of those later. Scary fire pillars.
Yeah, on intense they do like 50 damage.
Yeah, intense, everything just does a lot more damage and a lot more knockback. That's kind of it. It's kind of unfair. I always love the name of those enemies. It's fish, but they have a big eye, so there's a big eye in the middle of their name.
Is that like Faish?
I guess.
Faish. I like
But
it.
instead of an eye,
that's a
they
great
put an eye in.
eye for an eye.
Yeah.
And we're done with that level, but there's other levels like Lakeshore later. But for now,
Oh, that.
we'll go back to
that cutscene
everyone's
introduced
favorite
Ganondorf.
random character, Lucas.
Yay.
Yeah, so for those following along on the one frame of cutscene you see, Ganondorf is the current big bad. Earlier, Wario turned Ness into a trophy because Wario's bad. King Dedede turned Luigi into a trophy because he's bad. But Ganondorf is, like, super bad. Little fight skip there.
Nice.
Jumping over those enemies to not have to deal with them. That's one of the reasons why Olimar is so bad, because he exists in a level with one of those enemies, and he cannot get over them, so you would need to defeat them.
As we're kind of trucking along, Szymanski, I know that you're a bit of a newer runner of this game. How long have you been going at it, and what made you decide to pick up Brawl?
So I began playing Brawl around November of last year, and I was initially doing hard 100%, so not even this category. I was doing something slightly different. I currently have the world record for that. I decided to pick this up around probably January of this year. I began doing this because I got bored of the game I used to speedrun, which, anyone remember me from AGDQ last year at Pittsburgh, where I speedran big rigs over the road racing at Awful Block? That was me. But I have since moved on from the game. I pretty much demolished it. Like, all the records are, like, near impossible to beat, so I decided to pick up something new. And I picked up, Brawl, and I'm happy I picked it. Unfortunately, I won't be playing this for long. I will be student teaching in a couple months, so I will be busy at that. So for now, this is kind of like enjoying the last moments of fun before everything gets serious.
Well, that's tomorrow. This is today. Brawl now.
Yes.
True. Ooh, running to the right with literally nothing to do. Yes.
Yay.
Oh, hey, it's one of the big bads. Pokemon Trainer. No. Once we get there. It's Wario. Yeah, so basically the more overarching lore in this is, for some reason, you could just turn characters into trophies, then they're just useless, and Wario's been doing that with this big, like, arrow gun. Nice.
Oh, he died at the funny number. Funny number. He died at funny number.
Ah, hooray.
Now Wario's a
Last
trophy.
Gen Alpha.
Alright, we have the Fab 5 again, and again, it's just Yoshi.
Yep.
Because this is very nice. Yeah, Yoshi just has really good aerial mobility. Basically just skip that whole ladder, just jump up it.
My favorite thing about Yoshi as a creature is, like, if you just looked at Yoshi with no prior indication of what Yoshi is and what he can do, you wouldn't know that he can do half the things he can do. Maybe even more than that. He's got so many fun surprises.
Yoshi's a
Eggs and
high
butter
jump champion.
jumps. Yeah, exactly. You don't look at the dino and think he can go real high, but he can't.
No, sometimes gravity limits him too much.
True. It's still really good despite that, though.
Nerfed.
This is the hole in the wall game.
Oh, nice.
Success.
Wipe out. You won.
Yep. This room is just a jump scare. It's just like, ah, fire, falling floor, key, go, leave. Just loads in so
I don't know why
abruptly,
it's
too.
there.
Yeah. If you stand in this purple gas, literally nothing happens except you take a little bit of damage. There'll be a bit more later. Those shellopods are annoying, but you can also just throw them off stage. Normally you need to hit them enough to break off their shell, then they go like, ah, and then you hit them again. Or you just throw them off stage and they're gone.
I realistically could have done that without hitting the button to get rid of the purple evil gas, but I want to keep my HP low. Oh.
Big Goomba. Giant Goomba. Yeah, I still don't know what the decision was to mix Mario enemies and wholly original Subspace enemies together. Like, why not any other series enemies? Who knows?
It's the Mario, I guess. I don't know.
Kind of surprised there's not any Kirby enemies, given Sakurai made the game. But alas, oh, hey, it's Ganondorf.
We saw him. Ganondorf.
He doesn't look very happy though. In those few frames we do see him.
Because he knows how bad he is competitively.
Oh, sorry.
Ganondorf is... Brawl Ganon is arguably, if not the worst Smash character competitively, just across any game. So, yeah. Nice cycle skip there.
Ow, that was tight.
So we're playing as Pokemon Trainer right now. Interestingly, Pokemon Trainer typically has 3 Pokemon, Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. We only are able to use Squirtle right now because the Pokemon Trainer has not caught the other 2. And that is actually canonical. Later in the level, some cutscenes appear where, I think off-screen, the trainer ends up catching them. So, if you were to try and switch Pokemon, nothing would happen right now. But, luckily, Squirtle is the best out of the 3 anyways, so... There's some...
Yeah, kind of like... Yeah.
Good.
Go on.
There's some instances where you want to use Ivysaur, just because Ivysaur hits really, really hard. But Squirtle has the best movement, by far.
Sorry, Zard fans.
And
Charizard. Charizard is useful.
Charizard does have a few good things.
All 3 of them have their niche, but Squirtle is the best all-rounder.
Yeah.
But again, Charizard's glide is really, really, really bad, so don't use that.
And speaking of us sort of debating the pros and cons of the trainer bonds, we do have a new poll between the 3. Which one is your favorite? You can choose on Twitch right now.
I'm glad they're still in all caps.
Squirtle. Ivysaur. Charizard.
That's very important.
It is. It is. Ivysaur, I think, is my favorite out of those.
Yeah. Ivysaur
One
is
of
very
the
good
best
in
middle
the other
stages.
single players. Ivysaur's up smash and up air hit extremely hard and do a lot of knockback. So Ivysaur is the character of choice for modes like Classic and All-Star.
Actually, my favorite member is Lucas. That's my favorite Pokemon. It's Lucas. Lucas.
I mean, I don't know anything about Lucas. Isn't Lucas like the protagonist's name in Diamond and Pearl or something? Basically the same thing.
I would love if somebody made a version of Diamond and Pearl, but you just play as Lucas from Earthbound. That's the only difference.
I think here, the cutscene we just skipped is where Pokemon Trainer gets Ivysaur. So I think we could use Ivysaur right now. But Lucas up smash is very, very strong. It's just very slow, but because you only really need to use it once or twice per fight, and then it's a little bit of an auto-scroller for the next one, doesn't really matter.
That Twitch poll is incredibly close, by the way. Charizard is hanging on by 1 vote over Ivysaur, and Squirtle's not far behind either. Yeah, there's like one more minute.
I'll tip the poll.
Oh, Ivysaur and Charizard are tied. Chat, you gotta go vote. Decide our favorite. This is tense.
This section's
I'm
fun.
not sure what these like little signs on the walls in the background are, if they mean anything, but it looks cool.
Hidden lore in the ancient ruins.
Yeah, maybe.
There's lore in this game?
What?
I didn't know
There
that.
is, but it's really sloppily written, honestly. Like, a lot of it really doesn't make sense.
Yeah, a lot of it is, oh, this character's here now. Cool. But like I said, there is a lot of lore that's just not in the cutscenes. You gotta read the Smash Dojo from 20 years ago to find out everything. This fight's also really hard, but runners have gotten better at it. Even so, it's really hard. It's very similar to the Bowser fight from a lot earlier. It's just trying to get him off stage and then spiking him. Lucas's spike is a little bit weird because the spike hitbox comes out a lot later, and it's also hard to hit. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, that is an annoying fight. That is a very CPU AI focused fight.
Yep.
Visual
My
representation
TV, I
of what
lost,
just happened to Charizard in the poll, by the way. Squirtle made a massive comeback.
Oh, wow.
GG, Squirtle.
Congrats, Squirtle.
Continue.
My PB, I lost like 30 seconds because I had a really bad Charizard fight.
Yeah, it is. It's tough. Anyways, it's Meta Knight time. Meta Knight go glide. And then gets hard capped by auto-scroller.
The only way to defeat a Meta Knight is an auto-scroller.
Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really know what Meta Knight can't do.
What can't Meta Knight do? Tell us in chat.
Yeah, please.
Please do. I don't know if there are valid answers to that question, but you can try. Give it a shot.
Meta Knight can glide fast. Meta Knight can turn invisible infinitely. Like,
Ooh.
come on. Yeah,
All
Meta
of
Knight
us
has
want
a
to be Meta
strat.
Knight.
It's true. There is a glitch in this game. It's called Infinite Dimensional Cape, where if you use Meta Knight's down B, which turns him invisible for a time, and then you mash up on the C stick, yes, you can mash a control stick, he just stays invisible. And it can be used in a couple places in the run. It is just pretty difficult. I don't know if you have any places where you use it here, but I know in that little mine section I used to always do it.
I can't mash, so I can't do infinite dimensional cape.
Yeah, you need to press up on the C stick like 4 or 5 times per second to effectively do
Yeah,
it.
it's about 300 beats per minute,
It's
so about
tough.
5 times a second.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's cool though.
That's cool. Very fast.
Yeah, the furthest I've done it is like 3 seconds. Yeah, another auto-scroller, yay.
Yippee! We have a good contender from chat. He can't Falcon Punch! That's true.
It's true. That's true.
That's true.
We
There's
will
only
see
one
Captain
man.
Falcon later, so we'll maybe see a Falcon Punch later.
Ooh,
That's
looking
important.
forward to that. But somehow not from a creature, even though it's called Falcon Punch. This seems like a betrayal.
Mhm.
Big pyramid, very scary.
Do the
Actually
big
going to
ones
be-
just like have more HP? Are they stronger?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Skipping that whole cannon part because Meta Knight Glide is faster.
Nice.
And Meta Knight, again, to fight the boss.
Sword boys.
So this is Gallium from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
He came back in time to fight Meta Knight. Take Meta Knight off the menu.
Yeah, the goal for boss fights is to just spam your best and fastest move, which for Meta Knight it's down smash and neutral air. Remember Gallium?
I think.
I remember Gallium.
Is this a trick question? I'm afraid.
Oh hey, it's Gallium.
Oh.
Yeah, so you fight Gallium twice in a row for some reason. This time we use Charizard because Charizard Rock Smash is the best boss killing move in the game by like a lot. And in like 6 hits, Gallium's gone. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't know the lore why you fight Gallium back to back. Like, I'm sure there's something, but hey, remember Gallium? We'll see him later.
I'm getting
Okay.
flashbacks to Think Fast. happening here. Like, I'm supposed to know.
So this is the main reason. This is one of the 2 main reasons why PAL is the console of choice. There is a skip that works only on the PAL version here. If we were playing on NTSC, we would have gotten sent back to the beginning of the level, but for some reason on the PAL version, you just get sent forward, and you can just skip a whole auto-scroller and a whole fight. I don't know if anyone knows why it only works on PAL, but it does, and it's nice, so we use it.
Pal is our pal.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
That was a good save.
yeah, chaining that movement into a fight skip is really cool. It's hard to tell where fights are going to occur, so you might just see random movement off screen, and surprise, we skipped a fight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for some reason the camera the blast zone just doesn't exist up there, so you can kind of hang out and skip the whole movement.
That's very cool. This game's cool. Did you know that, chat?
This game is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Hey, we're back to the Fox and Diddy Kong combo.
100% creature. Approved.
Yeah, the game kind of takes you on a couple different lore tracks of a couple characters, so that's why you've been seeing the same ones appear over and over again as a pair, or a trio, or 5. But Fox is really good here because his side B, which is this like dash very fast to the right move, is basically unaffected by these winds, which are fairly annoying. So you could just skip right through them.
That was a bad angle. That Swamp is another RPG level. When I did the up smash, I wanted that puppet to go up, but instead he went to the side, so then it became virtually impossible to time the pause. But this is another one where I sometimes do get it, but the next one I have a better chance of getting, because I practiced that one a lot more than Swamp RPG. And if I were to have gotten this, I would have saved about a minute.
Yeah, this auto-scroller is very long. You have a little bit of a speed up here just by entering and leaving a room, though. Once again, only really works effectively on easy and normal. Maybe on hard, but... Goodbye, Fox.
Monkey. Is Diddy Kong, like, at all good to move with, pretty much? Or just using him?
He's alright. There's certainly better characters than Diddy, but for what you have with Diddy and Fox and Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong is probably not bad.
Yeah, mostly useful for just preserving a good load time into this fight, where we fight another Diddy Kong, but he's really big. That was good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, 3 back rolls take maybe like another step, and throw him off and he's dead.
This section is very satisfying movement-wise. There's a lot of really well-placed just stuff that you can use between Fox's side B, which we'll see pretty much after this fight. This room and...
Well, I almost died.
That was interesting. Yeah, these cannons are really nice, they're all set up, and then the next room is just use side B a lot. There's a lot of springs, and hitting a spring...
And fall in the water.
Hitting
That's
a
fine.
spring ends your like special fall and end lag, so you can just side B onto a spring, and then just chain them together. You can also damage boost.
And also take another damage. That's fine. Yeah, this is a room that I told myself to practice like a while ago, but I was like, Wii ball.
Eh, the last part's still fun.
Yeah, I like this section, it's very nice. Music is very rewarding.
Yeah.
Not very hard difficulty-wise. Enemies make sense, I like it.
I do think we are... I mean, this is the swamp. We are coming up to the end of the swamp if we want to look at doing our break
Yeah, that's
after
fine.
this level.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so it's basically just another auto-scroller, a little bit more, and then we'll be done with the level, so...
Enjoy
really
the,
scary
the
vine
cool
monsters.
swamp vibes. Yeah, they are.
The background is really nice.
Very nice for a place called the Swamp. I feel like the Swamp is supposed to be less aesthetically pleasing. Perhaps.
And that is the swamp, so... Guess we'll just hang out on the menu here.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
We're
I'll-
gonna take a... Go ahead. Go on ahead.
Yeah, I'm temporarily gonna leave it on here because when it comes to how we time our runs, Technically, this run isn't valid because of the break, but if on any other occasion, if I were to do a full sit-through through this, IGT still goes on even if I'm on, like, the map, so if I don't want IGT to change, I have to go back to the main menu.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, while we are preserving the IGT, first of all, I do want to note that during the break, you can go ahead and vote in that poll that was just brought up, so many polls tonight, for favorite Smash Bros. Game. So decide on that while we are hanging out in the break screen. We'll be back in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back all to Creature Corner, the GDQ Hotfix show that features creatures. What else? Let's get back to Brawl.
Alright, so we're gonna get back into this. We're not doing new. We're not gonna do a new one. We're gonna continue where we left
Not
off.
a good time to start a new game.
And
Terrifying.
Buck was not with us. Now we're at Research Facility 2. This is another level that some people dislike, myself included.
It's hard.
We're with Zero Suit Samus again. For the last time, because something big is gonna happen to Zero Suit Samus.
Like what?
I can't imagine what could happen to Zero Suit Samus.
She goes to a farm
Something.
upstate forever.
Oh.
Rip.
Yeah,
Kill
because
the
Zero Suit
Samus?
Samus apparently is going to SGDQ, from what I heard.
Ooh.
Ooh. Intriguing. Well, I do know that there is a Metroid game on the schedule for SGDQ. Not one that came out at this time, of course. It is Metroid Dread. So if you are a Metroid
That's a good
fan,
game.
very
And
cool run in
also-
store.
And also Metroid Prime 4.
That's true, Prime 4! You're so true. Two
Yay,
very cool
Pikachu.
Metroid games.
Yeah, Pikachu has moves that just hit straight up, and that's really good, because these aren't Dark Samus, they're just Darker Samus. I don't really know if there's a distinction, but this is very clearly not Dark Samus. But,
Oh, haha, funny number again. Funny number.
Yippee!
Whoa, Samus.
Whoa!
Who?
Glow up!
Samus has a suit?
That's what the suit in Zero Suit Samus stood for.
Oh.
Get it now.
Right. That makes sense. I thought it was Zero Suit, like Samus had no suit, like, ever. Interesting. I'm learning so much here.
I guess I am Zero Bowler Hat Satan.
I guess.
I don't know.
Samus is fine. Okay movement, but we're going to use her for a pretty decent skip here. Just going to jump all the way to the right, get a little bit extra distance, and then we'll respawn basically above where we self-destructed with Pikachu, who can use Thunder to hit a button way up there and spawn these platforms here. Do a little bit of another skip to get on this platform. That'll bring us right to the door, which leads into more skips. So this section's kind of like a very out and back, go through all these teleporters and hit buttons. But you can also just jump off this box, do some wall jumps, and go into that teleporter, which you're not supposed to. And then this one, and then button, and then back the way we came. I don't really know the intended route, but it's not that. So,
Yeah.
nice time save.
Certainly not the way I just did.
Yeah, it
Very
pretty much just
cool.
takes advantage of Pikachu's very good vertical height ability. Hey, it's Ridley from Samus.
I thought Ridley was too big for Smash.
Yeah,
That's what I was
why
gonna
it's not
say.
playable.
Oh.
The Ridley fight is very annoying because he has a lot of moves where he just disappears off screen like this one. And also ones where he just goes to the other side of the stage like the first one that he did. So, kind of just a matter of getting as many moves in as possible, hoping for good items to make the fight easier, but otherwise his attacks are not super hard to deal with. Not too bad.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
great,
now I get.
great spawning
Okay.
of that.
See, this guy right here, the Cracker Launcher, that pretty much is like, it kills any boss in like probably 6 hits.
Yeah, that is the item that you're looking for pretty much any boss. Oh, it's Captain Falcon, who just killed a lot of Pikmin. Don't worry about it.
No. Gruesome.
Just the single frame of that cutscene. A lot of Pikmin were attacking like a giant Rob, and then Captain Falcon comes in all cool-like and just kills the Rob, but also kills a ton of Pikmin. So, rip.
Rip.
But, yeah, Falcon...
Serendipitous, we have Falcon also. Just real quick, want to point out that Melee won the poll. Sorry,
Ooh.
Brawl fans.
Yeah, Brawl got second. I'll take it.
Pretty good showing. Continue.
Falcon's cool. That is all.
True. So real.
Yeah, but you'll definitely see the like speed normalization come into play with Falcon. He's very slow. He's still the fastest, I believe, but compared to his normal speed, like main game, he's a lot slower. But he's also very strong. A lot of his attacks just do a lot of damage that are sufficient to finish up fights like this. Alternatively, you can pick Donkey Kong and just mash down B. Yeah. The I just picked up this game strat is actually useful. I mean, the very beginning of the run, you just inhaled your opponent with Kirby and fell off the stage. So that's basically the same thing. But yeah, DK does a lot of damage.
Pose after that is pretty good.
Glacial Peak, fun Meta Knight movement time. Because Meta Knight's here for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
It's good. It works well for speedrunning. Because ICs are okay, but not as good as Meta Knight. So Meta Knight's up B is the shuttle loop that is just being done here. If you land at like some early point in the animation, you basically cancel your landing lag and you could just keep going. So you get some really cool movement like this. Wait for the cannon cycle because you got here too fast.
Mm-hmm. There is a way to skip that, but it requires some like very specific strategies that I just can't learn. I tried, it's just kind of hard for me because it's specific sequence of button pressing that my brain can't handle.
Right.
I relate to that.
Yeah, this is a fairly long autoscroller. This might be a good time if you have anything to tell us about, Satan.
Oh, absolutely. I know we've been talking about SGDQ, and that's all well and good. Very excited for that event. But you are here for Hotfix, aren't you? You are a Hotfix viewer if you're listening to this right now, and we want to hear from you. Games Done Quick is looking to learn how you watch speedruns the most. If you have a few minutes, visit gdq.gg/survey and let us know what you want to see. And especially those of us here at Hotfix are really excited to hear what you have to say, because we put on runs weekly here. Almost every single day of the week, we've got speedruns for you. So if you tell us about what you want to see, we will be able to put on cool stuff for you. It's a really good opportunity for you as a viewer to sort of, influence how we make decisions and what you might see on the channel. So once again, go to gdq.gg/survey. And maybe after this, maybe in the couple of days we will be offline between this and SGDQ. Make sure to fill it out and tell us about some of your favorite games, what you like to see, because we really want to hear about it. Do y'all have any games that you would like to see on GDQ or that you generally like to watch on the channel?
This one's cool.
I like a lot of action and adventure. So anything along action or adventure, a lot of that type of stuff, I'm okay with seeing. Because this is kind of action and adventure and also RNG.
True. We have a whole show about RNG. Shoutouts to Random Number Generator by Skybills, by the way, every other Tuesday.
I have a slight bias as I'm able to kind of pick what games go on GDQ sometimes, so
that's kind of true.
I can pick what games I like.
Yes, this is helped us put together that SGDQ schedule we've been talking about this whole time.
I'm looking forward to it.
Big shoutouts. Me too. It's a pretty cool one. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Not biased either. Definitely no bias.
Yeah, this is the big Shados fight where sometimes they just don't let you hit their weak point for massive damage. So you just gotta hit them. More shuttle loop. Shuttle loop kind of just ignores corners and you still just go up them, which is really nice. And then you grab the ledge and then you go up. And that is most of the platforming for Glacial Peak. Now we have the Lucario fight, where Lucario again in all caps, and it's also probably one of the less annoying CPU fights sometimes. The problem is the ice is ice, so there's ice physics, so you slide around a bit, which could be useful if you're just spamming like down smash with Meta Knight, but sometimes you can't do that, like here. This Lucario is not cooperating. That's only trip number 2 that I've seen, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one happened early.
There you go.
And then...
Yeah. One happened like...
There we go.
I think the first one happened on your first dash input of the run, so very fitting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty good, an hour later.
I didn't want to jinx it at the time and say it was a good omen because you got it out of the way early, but you know what? It happened.
Yeah.
It always comes to find me.
This is the Canyon, which is the entire level is just this one big arena fight. So there's a decent bit of enemy routing here because they're always going to spawn in the same order in the same place. Kirby's used here because Kirby's cool. I know you can also use Yoshi because Yoshi's also cool. And they're both just good at dispatching a lot of enemies at once. But otherwise, I think we're just hitting enemies for about another minute. Do you have any more announcements? This would be another cool time for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We always do. So if you are watching and you're like, I want to hang out with people while we watch SGDQ, I want to chat with folks about the event, or even just chat with folks on the weekly about Hotfix, we do have a pretty cool place to do that. We have an official Games Done Quick Discord, and you can even add the Hotfix role to get updates on upcoming events, chat with staff, I'm there, wink wink, and more. I know. Use !Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more information, so come hang out with us.
Into Battleship Halberd, where surprise, third-party character Snake is here.
What? I didn't think we were doing that.
So a lot of the platformers Snake utilizes another, I would say, glitch. It's not really it's an exploit in a way. Basically, you can input a dash attack, and in the first couple of frames of your dash attack, do an up smash. Snake's is infamous for being very, very good, and it sends Snake very far. So you're able to use that in the little bit of platforming that you need to do with them. Meta Knight time. There is a very, very, very hard trick here where you can use Snake and go out of bounds and skip this entire section, but again, it is very difficult. Basically, you are able to utilize Snake's C4 to do self-damage to kind of keep yourself from just falling. And basically just somehow make your way all the way around out of bounds and then end up in this little room to get to the door, but I can't do it.
And neither can I.
Bomb, though.
Smart bombs are sometimes useful if you don't get caught in them.
Also, by the way, if this looks fun, do y'all have a recommendation for how to get involved with Brawl speedrunning?
Yeah, so we have a Discord. It's pretty active. Dylan loves posting a lot of the progress he does with the tasks, and I'm all for that. And then we also have, channels for, asking for subspace specifically, or if you want to do other categories related to Brawl, we have channels related to that as well. So if you're interested in Brawl speedrunning, we do have a Discord. It's on the speedruns.com page, and highly recommend it. That's how I found all of this, is the speedruns.com page. a lot of great people to help. I'll probably shout out a few of those at the end. And there's a lot of stuff, a lot of resources, guides, videos, demonstrations, just showing a lot of great stuff that would really help a lot of new runners.
Yeah, I made a fairly beginner tutorial like 7 years ago that still holds up, I think. So if you want like a live video tutorial, but yeah, like you mentioned, there's just a lot of good resources in the Discord as well. A lot of
Well, that sounds
technical info about how fight skips and stuff work. It's also not super bad for it being 2 CPUs, each with their own AI. They don't do as much as the other ones do, so they kind of just allow themselves to get hit.
In case you're wondering why that cutscene did take a long time to load, PAL sometimes does have that, where some cutscenes do take a little bit longer than on NTSC to load, so there is a few drawbacks, but it's the PAL skip that I did in Wilds 2 that really makes it much more better to speedrun than NTSC.
Yeah, and then there's also another trick later on that's better on PAL. It's doable on both versions, but it works. It sends you further in the level on PAL. Hey, we're Sheik. I think I've seen Sheik before.
Running on the halberd for
right,
20 seconds.
For no reason. Because but now we're in the halberd, even though this is Battleship Halberd exterior level. We're on the exterior for a little bit of it, but I think we're inside the halberd more than we're not. I don't know. Sheik is good here. Peach is okay if you can RNG manip, which you can't RTA, so Sheik is good. Hey, there's an unused enemy. That blue thing that's kind of floating around, that's not used in the game. But it still shows up in this little hall of enemies. It was cut from development.
Maybe it would have happened in Subspace 2. Cry. Bring
If
it back.
only. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of careful considerations in fight routing here. So, for example, those last couple enemies that we hit, those like poppets, they will die in one hit if you hit them with a neutral air, but not a forward air, which might be the faster option in that case for Sheik. So it's just a matter of kind of knowing which attacks do more damage, so you don't have to hit them twice. But Sheik is also very nice here because she has a tether, so if you use the side B like that, you can just attach to the side of the platform, and it makes both getting to and covering long distances a lot faster.
Nice.
Hey, it's boss time.
One of the most annoying bosses, honestly.
Yeah. This is almost Gallium. It's Duon.
Oh, it's not quite Gallium.
I
was fooled.
They have similar inspirations. Yeah, this boss does have attacks that are very hard to deal with, especially when it spins. It just becomes a hitbox and you need to shield it, which is sometimes annoying because then you get stuck in shield lag and stuff, but it's not too bad here. Mostly just hitting it with Snake's forward tilt, which is one of the stronger moves. Pretty good overall.
And the box.
Alright. Subspace Bomb Factory. Picking Pikachu because Pikachu is a little weird. Which, once it loads. So, you're going to be activating the elevator, bonking on the elevator as it hits you, going out of bounds. If you don't bonk, you just die, and skipping most of the level. Cool.
Wow. Heck yeah.
The level is still very, very short otherwise. You just have to go down the elevator a couple times, then go up another elevator, and then it's just this fight. But yeah, you can go out of bounds for that little bit just by... It's a very easy clip. You just push yourself into the wall as the elevator pushes you up. And then, you press side B a bit, and then you're done. So very, very easy level there. Going into one of the hardest levels.
I will say for this first half, I will appreciate a little bit of silence. This is kind of a hard section.
Nice.
Very good.
Right.
Clean.
Yeah, that was super good. Yeah, this is probably the hardest level in the run. It is, I believe, the longest level in the run if you don't count Great Maze as one thing. Yeah, that whole platforming section is tough just to get through everything quickly. This fight is also pretty hard. Funnily enough, these like birds that fly in at the beginning, and also they're gonna fly in at the end, they just don't do anything if you're far enough off screen, so that's why we're just running to the edge and letting them fly away. So after this fight is another. This is the skip that's a little bit better on PAL than it is on NTSC. We'll explain it after we get through it.
What makes Captain Falcon so good in subspace?
He's still one of the fastest, and his attacks just hit really hard.
That makes sense.
He's bad competitively, kind of just because he doesn't have any combos. And has a really bad recovery, but that's not really an issue here, so. Picking Rob.
Only knows Falcon Punch.
Rob goes over the corner and falls. This looks good. Dies on the corner. And we skipped an auto-scroller. Cool.
Hey! Very nice.
So that's what happens on PAL. On NTSC, I think you still skip the auto-scroller, you just don't die. I don't recall exactly. But, yeah, that saves, what, like a minute and a half?
It saves a bit.
Yeah, and it is very, very nice to do, so.
One of those where we don't really know why it works on PAL and not NTSC.
I don't, at least, yeah.
Classic.
I need to check. I think NTSC came out first. But again, like I mentioned earlier, there really shouldn't have been any changes other than text localization, right? But Yeah, PAL came out a couple months after NTSC.
Funky.
Oh yeah, it's Ridley, but like, not. It's Meta Ridley.
Ah.
This fight's a bit better than regular Ridley, just because Meta Ridley just hangs out here for a long time in between his attacks, and then his attacks are not super bad either. And that's the Meta Ridley fight.
Very quick. In chat, I'm seeing PAL retained V1.1, NTSC is V1.2. So perhaps that is the reason why some of this is like this.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh hey, it's the first level where you can pick anyone, so of course we pick Meta Knight. Meta Knight's really good.
And for a very good reason.
Interestingly, this fight is skippable, but you basically just get soft locked because you can't progress past this auto-scroller if you skip the fight. But luckily it's extremely quick anyways, so it doesn't really matter. However, there may be fights to skip later on, and that's why we're Meta Knight.
Also, very thematic to the area, I feel like.
Yeah.
It goes well with the vibe.
This is, this and the next, like, 2 levels are probably the biggest lore dump. Basically, there's this guy called Taboo, who's bad, and wants to turn everyone into trophies. And then we're all like, yeah, we're gonna fight Taboo. And then everyone dies. Pretty much.
Oh. Yep.
So as you saw at the beginning of this level, we're able to pick anyone. I'll explain a bit more after we do the fight skip here. We're going to be skipping 3 fights in a row. Just like that. Super easy.
Wow.
So yeah, we were able to pick anyone because, you know, everyone was all joining together to fight Taboo. You might notice there's a fewer characters here. Yeah, everyone died and got turned into trophies, except DDD. Well, sort of, except DDD in these ones. This is part of the lore that's unexplained. There's these, like, buttons that DDD put on these trophies that he turned into to keep them, like, to mark them as his, but it turns out that those buttons made you untropify after a while. I don't know, but they're the last survivors, basically. So this was
located in the deep recesses of my brain as well, and I still don't understand it anymore.
Yeah, it's alright. The point of this and the next level is to collect the trophies, well, the characters that we've seen so far, and so you're able to use them in the final level of the game. We only need a couple, so Pokemon Trainer, because Charizard's really good against bosses. Basically building an elite team of Avengers and leaving everyone else behind.
Very cool. No more Donkey Kong.
Nope, not Donkey Kong. Pokemon Trainer's good. Marth, no. Who else are we gonna take?
There's only one more that we need, but we are going to take a few more just for menuing purposes in Great Maze.
Yep, some characters are only good for menuing. Which, you know, they still have a purpose. Like Mario. Mario's good for menuing. Basically, the goal is to make Meta Knight selectable with as few inputs as possible. So taking these extra ones makes Meta Knight selectable with just 1 input. Because spoilers,
it's very Brawl to select characters almost entirely based on their utility in picking Meta Knight. that is a very Brawl thing.
Once again, Bowser fight. Bowser gone. Yeah, so everyone's still dead. Kirby's back because Sakurai game. It's discovered that Kirby swallowed one of those DDD buttons that makes you untrophy, and conveniently, Kirby's now alive. So cool. Oh yeah, it's Meta Knight.
I don't think Kirby is killable anyway.
That's true. Have you seen Ultimate?
Exactly.
But yeah, Subspace 2 has a lot of these more difficult fights, especially the one coming up at the bottom of this decline. Fight's a little annoying. There's a lot of stragglers at the end. If you don't kill the primates properly, they take a while to spawn, like the next ones. Armites are always annoying. Wow.
That was the last RPG attempt. The setup was okay. When the SPAC, the cloud guy, tried to hit me, that kind of threw things a little bit off, but I was still in contention to get a good setup. But when I hit the Armite with the up smash, the moment I go down to that pancake before going back up to natural, that's when you want to pause, but I did it just a little bit too late.
Right.
So now I'm stuck here for 50 seconds.
Yeah, this is a fairly long auto-scroller with not a lot of content, except like 2 extra lives or something. Because you need them, I guess, for the rest of the level, which there's not a lot left of the level. I think this
Sometimes Subspace feels like I placed some platforms.
Yeah,
there
really?
you go.
Cool. I think this is the only level where you can only pick one character. And of course it's Kirby.
Who else?
Sakurai's like, do not forget who made this game.
Don't worry about the 2 new third-party characters. They're nothing special.
Oh yeah, the other one doesn't even come in until the end, so...
Yeah.
Literally, the very last fight in the run, you can use,
why'd I do that?
the other third-party character, who no one knows who it is. But he probably has one of the coolest cutscenes in the game, so... It turns out the secret to defeating Taboo was, working with Sega.
Fair enough.
This fight's really fun. You jump into this enemy to get another jump off of one of its bases, so you're able to hammer it without running out of jumps first, and then you just hammer all of these, and that's it.
Don't forget the Brawl trip.
Of course.
Of course.
We're not taking Wario
And now
because he's
comes
been mean.
everyone's favorite part of Subspace.
Oh boy.
Great Maze.
The Great Maze. Remember the entire run? Yeah, let's do that again.
Oh. Thrilling.
I do like the premise of the Great Maze, because it does take you through basically every section you've gone through so far, and you have to fight everybody you fought so far. So here's PD again from the first minute and a half of the run, in the same place we were in the first minute. A little bit easier because we're Meta Knight, but yeah.
Well, if you just came in, I guess you're getting it again.
Pretty much. And now we're going into Sky World.
Very cool. We're going left, which feels wrong.
I know. Fighting Pit. Yeah, so most of these fights are going to be solved with some sort of setup into Shuttle Loop, because Shuttle Loop has so much knockback, and these shadow enemies, or I think they're called false enemies, they take a lot of knockback. So Shuttle Loop is really good. A lot of the time it's going to be dash attack into Shuttle Loop, but sometimes there's other setups. I don't know what you do for Kirby, but I always did down smash Shuttle Loop.
I dash attack.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I go down, then wait a little bit, then a dash attack, then Shuttle Loop.
Gotcha. Yeah, most of these arenas are just like unique platforming. So this one's like a regular tri-plat, but there's a lot of ones that have platform configurations that you pretty much never see in another stage. But yeah, the Great Maze is moving through every level basically, and moving into a lot of doors to fight a kind of thematically accurate enemy, I guess. And doing that like 30 times. It is, as you can probably surmise, very difficult. Takes about a half hour, a little bit less for a high tier speedrunner this game, but casually this could take a couple hours. A lot of it is just knowing where to go.
It is a maze.
It is. It's a great maze.
Well, as a chatter said, what makes it so great? do you think?
Nothing.
The name.
Yep.
Nominative determinism. It's named Great Cave, so it's got, or it's Great Maze, so it's got to be great. Oh hey, here's
Meta
the
Knight, so he's meta.
True. Here's the up and down doors from earlier that make their grand return.
Do we know how the doors work? What's the lore on the doors?
I don't know. They exist. They serve as vessels to fight shadow enemies.
Alrighty.
Let's see what Yoshi does. Yoshi does like to jump, so you can just shuttle loop him out of jump, and then you can't recover.
Wow. Very efficient.
Yeah, so this is fairly clearly the most reliant on CPU AI patterns. A lot of the time, absolutely not all the time, they do a lot of the same things. So like Yoshi typically jumps at you, but it's a lot of just reacting to what the enemy does and just being able to pretty much just shuttle loop them off stage until they either just hit one of the side blast zones or aren't able to recover. So Diddy is one of the ones that's pretty annoying, so that was good. Yeah, sometimes they jump towards you, so you want to up air shuttle loop. So this is...
Do not want to heal, by the way. That was a misinput.
Yeah, so there's...
But I'll take free health.
There's a couple save points that you can use to kind of teleport around the map. We're going to be using a couple of them strategically. Like you saw there, you can also just heal at them. But that one is particularly useful because we're about to hit a dead end with these next fights. And the fastest way back is to just exit and return to our save point. So just fought Falcon. So of course, the only other character that was with Falcon is Olimar. This is the only time we'll see Olimar in the game, pretty much. And
Well,
Olimar's bad recovery.
If you rewatch the replay after we're done with all of our runs in the rest of Creature Corner, you might see Pikmin 3 because it was on out of the box earlier. So, just a suggestion if you're a late nighter or maybe, you know, somewhere else on the globe that is not in the Americas, go check out Pikmin 3.
So yeah, there's the save back to the map. And it also lets us re-pick our characters, which is super useful, because now we can pick Charizard, because the next thing we're doing is fighting a boss.
I wonder who it could be.
Remember Gallium? This isn't Gallium. You just gotta remember him.
Never forget.
Yeah, Duon is still hard, even though Charizard's really strong. Duon's attacks kind of just are big hitboxes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine. Right, we are going to change back to Squirtle for one simple reason, and unfortunately we are going to wait for it to load. Self-destruct.
I don't think Squirtle learns that move. I could be wrong, who knows?
I'm running a Hackmon set.
Exactly. Is this Kaizo Ironmon?
Can't Pokemon unlearn moves?
Again.
Well, maybe it can. Maybe Squirtle could unlearn that.
Something interesting that is a little unusual because of this specific run layout is if you reset more than once, the Primate's face changes. So you'll see now they have one big eye instead of the two eyes they used to have. This usually doesn't happen until the next time we reset, but because we left for the break, they reset now. It does nothing, it's just cosmetic, but it's interesting that you need to have left to the menu twice for it to first happen. So on the next save quit, the primates will have a different face, and there's like 18 they can have, but the first one is always the big eye. So if you watch any other speedrun, after the second reset, the primates will always have that one big eye. But I believe after that it's random. Game & Watch, kind of annoying. He's also 3D, which is weird. Nice.
Thank you, Mr. Game & Watch. Thank you. It's okay. Sometimes the bots like to move around a lot, as do I. But there are certain cycles and patterns that the bots can do that we want them to have, but obviously we're not as RNG manipulators, so we're not going to get everything all the time. Which is why our sum of best for this is like 10-15 minutes faster than our PB.
Yeah. Oh hey, it's Meta Knight. Meta Knight is sometimes one of the harder fights because his recovery is so good, but yeah, you could just go out and hit with a safe forward air. That also does a ton of knockback.
Also, shout out, this is like one of my favorite songs in the game, Snowman.
It is very good. I like what they did with the Mother and Earthbound music in Brawl, and Smash as a whole.
We definitely owe Smash a lot for introducing, you know, American audiences and just generally Western audiences to series like Earthbound and other series that are more popular in Japan. Very, very cool.
I feel like Fire Emblem kind of found a foothold because Marth was in Melee. That's like the common, you know, thing that's said. I don't know how true it is, but maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely was
certainly
not popular before then.
Exactly. Certainly it contributed, if not, you know, was a big spark in that movement. And yeah, now Fire Emblem is super global. Beloved by many. So, very, very cool.
I always like the movement in this section. Get to do a lot of very long Meta Knight glides.
Are those glides as tight and tough as they look?
Some are. Some are. Some you can have a little bit of wiggle room. But the one that I just did, it's a little bit tight.
Yeah, there's a balance to be had between going the direction you want to go, but also being able to maintain some speed. Because Meta Knight is much like an airplane, where if he just has his nose up too much, he'll stall and then fall. So, Porky might be good here. His health is a little worrying, but I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm a little high health.
Really, really good. Basically no attacks there. Yeah, Porky can do easily 50% even on easy in one attack and then just kill you off of it.
Wow.
But really good there.
Alright, I am at a high percentage. If I was at like 40 or below, I would go down left, but because I'm at a high percentage, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just take a heal break. It's like 4 or 5 seconds, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Definitely better than dying and having to worry about playing as DDD.
Yes.
Yeah, good for marathon safety.
Very slow, yeah. This section's really fun because you can just glide down into the wind and just gain more speed. The DK fight is sometimes really cool, and then sometimes he does that. Still good, though. I don't know why, but a lot of the heavier characters die a lot faster, or like take more knockback. I've noticed that with DDD and DK, sometimes Bowser, and a lot of the light characters don't. So like Game & Watch earlier was a pain because they didn't die in one hit. I don't know why, but it is a weird mechanic or balancing or something. Who knows? Nice. See ya.
I'm I'm pretty sure Dylan would approve of that random bomb drop.
Pikachu is one of the ones that are also sometimes really annoying. And also doesn't die in one hit. But Pikachu also doesn't know how to recover, so easy. So we're back in the research facility. Look, there's more levers we gotta press. That mechanic was introduced once and is used once more. Normally you need to get a key, but Meta Knight's cool and can just hit through floors. A lot of characters can do that. Yeah, that blue one's a little bit out of the way because there's no fights there, but the last switch here does have a fight right next to it, so you need to go here anyways. You are required to do every single fight before you can fight the final boss. As far as anyone knows, there's no way to skip that, but that would be huge if you could.
Chat, while we are nearing the end of our Meta Knight featured section, I would like to know, when you played Brawl, were you a Meta Knight main or were you not? I do think the binary is worth worth talking about with this game.
I am now, but I was not when I first started playing.
Interesting.
When I dusted off my Wii after starting to play this game again, I found out that I was a Ganondorf and Snake main, so the worst character game and like the third best.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I absolutely never played competitive Brawl when I was like 10, but if I did, that would have been some of the mains of all time.
Ooh, yeah,
but
for sure.
I do play competitive occasionally, and I'm a Meta Knight main because might as well play the best character in the game.
I've always been a Toon Link main.
Toon Link is very fun.
Ooh, Toon Link's good.
I do like
yeah,
Toon Link
in
as
Melee
well.
I did Young Link or Sheik. In Brawl I did Toon Link. Smash 4 and Ultimate I've done Young Link.
Yeah,
Nice.
Even though I'm not good at any of them.
I mostly play Meta Knight and Pikachu in Brawl, and then sometimes Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is very bad in Brawl.
Those are blob characters. I like it.
Pretty much, yeah. Circular characters.
Oh no. That's fine.
That's alright.
Yeah, these days, if I'm playing Ultimate, I will play Ridley or Sonic, which are two very, very different characters. Back in the day, I think I played some Meta Knight, but I think mostly I was annoyed that my sibling kept picking Meta Knight. I will play Lucario mostly in Brawl.
Okay. Lucario is probably the worst character in single-player modes.
Yes.
like classic mode, just because he does basically no damage, but competitively he's alright.
This is true.
He's got stuff, for sure. Oh hey, minecart from before.
Well, it is a great minecart for the Great Maze.
Maybe this was hinting towards Steve being in Minecraft, being in a Subspace, or in future Smash games.
Next Smash game is gonna have...
Yeah.
Before Minecraft was even released. Huge brain.
True.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You think anyone's remade Brawl in Minecraft?
That would be sick.
Probably.
Also probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, people have made everything you can think of on Minecraft.
I know a long time ago, Seth Fling made just generic Smash Bros. In Minecraft, but...
That's cool.
Literally like 14 years ago now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we're moving left. Weird.
Gross. I don't like it. I guess with the Elytra, you can have very similar glide mechanics to Meta Knight.
Yeah, I mean, in Ultimate, Steve has a glide, and is the only character that has a glide, so...
That's true.
It's
true.
definitely not as good as Meta Knight's here, but it exists.
Well, what character will ever be as good as Brawl Meta Knight? Really?
That's true. Yeah, it's funny that this game has the best character in the Smash series and the worst character in the Smash series.
Truly
And somehow
a Brawl guy.
Ganondorf's worst matchup is not Meta Knight.
Who is it?
It is Ice Climbers or Sheik.
Oh. I can see that.
If played optimally, it's said that Ganondorf has like a 95-5 matchup or worse against those characters. So that's pretty bad.
So sad.
Meta Knight's is still like 90-10, but Ganondorf has a couple things against him. Just the other characters, yeah, it's over. This section's always scary because it's very easy to just take a lot of damage to, you know, Falco and stuff. Luckily, after Falco, you can take a very little bit of extra time to heal up, which is what we did here, just because we have a fairly hard section after this fight where there's a lot of potential damage to be taken. So Meta Ridley, not too bad, can definitely do some chip damage, but the platforming section after is important to keep your health low. Which is a weird thing to say in a fighting game, but it's reversed in Smash.
Well, I didn't know that. That's why I kept dying.
You always want 100% health, because that's max health.
Exactly.
That's like the mentality I used to have when I first played these type of games. I remember when I was like 7 playing Mario Kart, I thought 8th place was the best because 8 was greater than 1.
Fair.
Big number good.
Yeah, number go up. I think our audience is very familiar with this.
Like I remember like they would play like a not good like jingle or whatever because I finished last and it's like why is Mario sad that I got 8th? Then I read, oh, I'm supposed to get first. So I felt a little bit, I had my epiphany moment at the age of like 7, playing Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh, I want to be
Double Dash
winning.
too. I kind of get it from Mario Kart because when you're behind, it gives you really good items.
You get good items, yeah.
So you have to fight the urge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a very movement-heavy section. This room particularly has a lot of enemies that can just do a ton of damage to you. These Armites are annoying if you don't get through them fast enough. But that was good. Gotta wait a little bit to let that ball go, I guess. I don't know if it has an official name. Remember Gallium?
Oh wow, I had almost forgotten.
You don't have to fight Gallium twice in the Great Maze, only once. But
You.
yeah, this is the boss you fight the most times, at 3 for some reason.
A lot of time spent with Gallium.
And then he came back in
Whatever
Ultimate too.
is pretty cool. They like him. Yes.
Yeah. Everyone remembered him because you fight him so many times.
All you have to do to make people like a character is put them in front of them. A lot.
Yeah. So we're at the bottom left quadrant. This is like, we're almost done. I'd say probably about 15-ish minutes, depending on how long. But we are almost there.
Yeah. It's what
In
about
there, fun stretch.
10 to 12 fights left? Maybe a couple more? I think you're about 2/3 of the way done with Maze. Yep, Charizard
Bye,
just gets deleted in one hit, even though he's one of the
Wow.
heaviest characters in the game.
That was impressive.
Yeah, so entering that previous save point door was important, because we're going to be warping back here later. Coming up next is the Zelda fight. I have historically had the most problems with the Zelda AI. I don't know if that's been solved, but this fight has always been extremely annoying to me. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Not gonna say I jinxed it, but, you know, I had to say something. Nice.
And as we are getting close to the end of the run, I did see someone in chat mentioning the sub 2. And I know we were maybe interested in talking about the history of this speedrun a little bit. So is this a good time?
Yeah. I think Swoos can give you a little bit of like the earlier stages, and I could probably give like the most recent year or so.
Yeah, I started running this game in February 2018. If you've been speedrunning since then, please sound off in chat because there's not many of you. When world record was like a 2:16 or something. A couple things were found since then, like the PAL skip and the research facility, or the Bomb Factory 2 skip, and then just general, you know, routing improvements. So eventually, just over a year later, I think, I got the first sub 2 in any percent run, barely. And then since then, a lot more stuff has been found, and I'm not even top 5 anymore on the leaderboard. So there have been a couple very good runners that either have been playing for a while or are fairly new that have been playing at this level. So it is cool to see. You know, once thought very, very out of the question, like, you know, saving 20 minutes on world records not gonna happen without anything major, and, you know, nothing really major happened. It's just, people got better, and then people have still been getting a lot better since then, so very, very cool stuff in the general progression of times here. And right now, our record is a 152, so it was a pretty big moment when I got a 159.50, and now it's been 7 minutes saved since then.
Ow. Yeah, that's one thing that you will learn as a speedrunner is if you ever think a gold time is impossible, there's a pretty decent chance you're wrong.
Yeah. And about the whole sub 2 thing, I am the most recent person to get a sub 2. There was a gap from November 2021 to May of this year where there wasn't a new user to have gotten a sub 2. And I've been making inroads at it since I started doing any percent around January of this year. But it wasn't until May 26th that I actually did get a sub 2, and it was a 159.49, so 1 second faster than Swooth's initial sub 2. So, but my PB now is a 158.07. I'm considering possibly trying to get a 156 or 155, but again, my time is limited.
Yeah.
Well, it's very cool you're sub-2'd, you know, with a little bit of dedicated work. It's very very inspirational to see, you know, you go, I want to tackle this project, and then work hard at it and get that goal time that's so elusive.
I did not think I was going to get a sub 2. I remember my first recorded run of this was like a 218, and I made a goal of like, oh, let's try getting a low 2, maybe like 210, 205. And so I kept practicing at it. I took a break here and there because I wanted to focus on college, and I'm still in college, so I'm kind of young. But anyways, I found time to keep working at it, and here I am, 158.07.
Yeah. Yeah, my first recorded run was like a 245, I think. I learned this game for the 12-hour challenge, which is not so much of a thing anymore, but it was very big back in the late 20-teens, where you learn a speedrun in 12 hours, and I did. And then I just played it for like a year straight, and got my goal, and kind of stopped. But I'm still around in the community, just kind of being there, and happy to be here today.
It's awesome
I still
that
know.
both of
I
you
still
are
know
here.
a bit.
Yeah, representing two very different eras of this game. I think that's
right. Ice Climbers
Chat,
fight.
if you want to
Kind
do
of
it.
fun.
Do it.
This is Lucario, my bad. Ice Climbers fight's next. Lucario is not too bad. Ice Climbers is kind of annoying because there's two of them. You only need to KO one of them, but sometimes it's easy to get mixed up which one is the lead. But if you're able to isolate one, their recovery is extremely bad, so...
Oh, Jesus.
All good. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Saw
easy.
myself falling it off, and
Yeah.
I thought I was going to die for a second.
Very easy to overextend with Shuttle Loop. You go back a little bit after you complete it, and you're able to grab ledge from a kind of far away, but sometimes it's just too much, and you're done for. So yeah, actually coming up on the final fights now, there's just a good bit of movement between them. So Ike is a heavy who dies quickly, and then the last two before the final boss are just, yeah, good chunks of movement. Going for, yeah, very easily got that. Without the glide, you need to wait that moving ceiling, or you can go in the save door and come back out. I think this straightaway leading up to the door is like the best use of Infinite Dimensional Cape.
Yep.
Because there's not enough room to gain height for a glide. But it's not too big. It's flashy because you just disappear and then reappear at the door. The Marth fight's weird because this platform layout's so strange. So you kind of just need to wait for him to pop up like that. And now, conveniently, after we defeated Marth, a nice cannon pops up.
Ah, not convenient.
Alright, this is the final regular fight. And it's the last character we haven't seen. And we've seen one frame of him. It's Ganondorf. Several runs have been lost at Ganondorf. Not necessarily hard, but sometimes he just gets the better of you and you die. And it's rough and sad. But conveniently, the routing is set up so that the Ganondorf door leads directly into the final boss door. How nice.
Yep. Time will be when Tabu takes his last hit.
Yes. Oh, hey, there's Sonic.
So when its health reaches 0, that will be time, but I'll also call it.
Yeah, this is the only place where you can select Sonic in the main game. He shows up and breaks Tabu's wings a little bit. Makes him defeatable, I guess. But yeah, Tabu fight's annoying because he teleports around, does moves with huge hitboxes, so it's just trying to squeeze in as many rock smashes as possible. And eventually he's going to do the off waves attack, which everybody got hit by as a kid, don't lie. But it's very easy to dodge, you just gotta time it. I think it's the next attack, yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't matter because I'm dead.
Well, you didn't have to dodge it anyway, so easy.
Time.
GG. Heck yeah.
Nice. What was my time?
I won't know for another little bit, but it's going to be pretty close to a sub 2, I think.
Yeah, I think you...
Oh boy.
I think you
it's
got
like a
it.
1:59:40 or so. I think there was a little bit of a
Nice.
time difference from the reset, but safely under, so good job.
Yep, that's a sub 2. Yeah, it says on the timer 1:59:26, but I think we started
Nice.
the timer about 9 seconds late, so it would be a
That's fine.
1:59:3x. That's really
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
for sure.
159 IGT, so sub 2. Again, this is my 4th sub 2 now, and this is my PB. I
Yo!
am not going to override that. But yeah, that's subspace. A couple mistakes here and there, but that's part of the game. I had a great time doing this. I'll continue doing this for the next month or so before I go back to school teaching. But for now, keep doing this, hopefully getting my goal. I hope you guys had fun doing this. I'll take a next minute or so doing quick shoutouts. First, again, Dylan, again, awesome. Keep up the task stuff. Second, my fans, my subscribers, followers, whatever. You guys are awesome. Love you to death. I would not be here without you. And third, select people from the Smash Speedrunning Discord. Tech, the world record holder. MK, who is in second place, and obviously Swoos. You guys very helpful, been there since I started doing this. The advice you've given, the resources, like all this stuff that you've been telling me, guiding me through this. I really cannot express how thankful I am for it. It's been very valuable. I really appreciate all of it. And a lot of that is the reason why I'm able to get a 158 and a 159 tonight. But yeah, thank you guys so much. If you guys like what you saw, again, follow me on Samansky on Blue Sky or Twitch. Either of those I use semi-frequently. I'll continue doing this. But that's all I have. Swoos, is there anything else you want to say?
I don't have much. Kind of same shoutouts. Brawl community has always been, it's been relatively small, but the people in it that are active are always really helpful and just good overall. I stream GeoGuessr and Minecraft, so if you like that, thanks. But yeah, I don't have too much. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time too. But I heard that there's an even better run after this, right after mine. So stay tuned for that. Do not miss that. But again, I'm Samansky. Thank you guys so much for having me, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that. I think both of our runs tonight are very, very cool, but good mention, because we do have a run that, in contrast to this one that has a lot of history, this next run is just getting started. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is going to be coming after the break. Thank you both so much for being here tonight. Y'all are awesome. And stick around. We've got one more run for ya. Welcome back to GDQ Hotfix. I hope y'all are feeling rejuvenated after the break, and after that really cool Subspace Emissary run, a Sub 2, which is really rare and cool. So that was awesome to see. There was so much creature destruction in that run, and I have been told that this next one will include the same. So even though Brawl, of course, has had a lot of years to cook, and this next run is going to be really, really new, because it has been released, that game has been released actually very recently. This is the first appearance of this game on the GDQ channel. They have something in common. We smash creatures, we get things done fast. So, get hype for Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, any percent by Wister. Let's go.
Hello, I'm Wister. This is Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. This whole game is about creatures and exploring them. Our goal is to make as many discoveries about them as possible, just in order to get to the end. So, if we want to get a countdown going.
Alright, let's do it.
Countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Yay, Yoshi.
Yay.
Woo. Dinosaur.
This game has the per profile save slot, so. Hi, Yoshi.
Hi, Yoshi.
Oh.
Here's the book, Mr. E. You get it? You get
Yeah,
it? You get it?
Mr.
You get
E.
it?
Yeah.
It's a joke. You get it?
He fell from the sky. Yeah. And now he's forgotten everything somehow.
Somehow.
Everything written in him is now just blank nonsense. So you gotta fix that.
Honestly, so relatable. Yeah,
I
like
enjoy
a
the
nap.
gibberish.
He can't look in his own
He's like,
pages, so we have to look in the pages for him
Yeah.
and rediscover everything.
Yeah. He's got lots of gibberish. Yoshi.
That's kind of an insane impression. Wait.
To Yoshi. Yoshi.
Incredible.
Yeah, I love his noises.
Is there a reason
So
we're
this is
playing in
our-
Japanese? Faster text?
Fast.
Fast.
Yeah. And also because I said, hey, let's play in Japanese.
Fair enough.
It largely does
Wister
not
gave me the
matter in this
choice.
game,
Yeah.
but it is slightly
Oh, she's
faster.
so
I'm gonna
cute.
go ahead and change my control style just for funsies.
Yeah. We're gonna ignore the noise that just went off in my background. Yeah, so this is pretty much each stage is a different creature, and to progress in the game, you need to make different discoveries with them. So pretty much anytime you make a discovery, you get a star, or sometimes multiple stars. When a discovery is made, you kind of see it drawn on the screen. Essentially, the game flow here is once you have a certain number of stars, you open up new chapters in the book. And so essentially what we're doing is taking the fastest route to open up chapter 6, which is the final main game chapter. And then we have to go through all of chapter 6 and finish it to clear any percent.
Back here.
Wait, come back. So a lot of these stages are optimizing, like just, you know, routing for what discoveries can be done quickest, and in some cases you're going for almost or all discoveries in a stage because that is just kind of the fastest way to progress through here. A lot of common discoveries are like, oh, Yoshi sticks his tongue out and hits the enemy and it sees what it tastes like, or if it can turn into a shell. Yoshi also has a very critical move in this game where you can pick up creatures with a tail swoosh and put them on his back. And you can toss them off of there and have them do different things. This first creature here is Crazy Daisy. She's very common in Yoshi's Island. And so here there's different ways to make her change color. There's ways to make giant beanstalks grow. You can ground pound her and she'll sprout up. So that was already the first stage. Like it's already done. And now we have to kind of watch Mr. E go through all of the discoveries that we found, which we've got 30 stars worth of discoveries. You can also name creatures in Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. They do have default names, but if you want, you can name them. So I think starting with the next stage, we're going to be asking chat for creature name suggestions for the current creature. I will call one out to Wister as he continues here.
Get your creative brains ready, chat. We need
Yeah,
some
get
names.
ready, because there are
This is
some
important.
wild creatures.
It is important.
Yeah, it's extremely important.
This might be the most concentratedly cute game I've ever seen.
It's very cute. And to go with that theme, we're being Pink Yoshi because we feel like it.
Aw,
There's no difference. It's just, you know.
they're fun.
So as you do things in the book, discover creatures, they will cause different events to happen in the pages. So sometimes it won't really do much of anything, like it'll just be a cute little animation. Other times, completing a creature stage will cause something to happen in the book that makes another creature appear on the book. This is sort of the grasslands, like, you know, your basic sort of first chapter here. And the creature this time involved these little hives.
Each level ends by getting a very specific discovery. This one happens
Yep.
to be tied to the flowers. They're supposed to come down and take them, but you can just kind of...
Yeah, you can cheat. Just smack them with an egg. And the flowers in this game we don't need for any percent, but again, there are sometimes discoveries tied to them. So we got the discovery there. That's worth 3 and also clears the stage.
This guy doesn't want to...
We're waiting for... yeah, it doesn't...
You can get
doesn't seem to
discoveries
want
for
to help
other
you.
enemies outside of their respective levels.
Yes, such as this one.
Which...
oh, is it because the...
surely
Is
not.
it because the flower doesn't
No.
match? Okay.
Tell you what,
Well,
it might be
basically
actually.
what's...
It's actually very important.
the
I do need that.
yeah, the one of the things that Crazy Daisy can do is make you a little flower crown, and she can do that in any level where she shows up with a flower bed, and so we can collect that discovery here. Crazy Daisy is probably one of the most recurring creatures in the game. And yeah, so this level's enemy, or creature, is this bee-like thing. So chat, if you have any good names for
Go.
something bee-like. And there she made a flower crown
We
for
get
you
the crown
because you're
in
friends or whatever.
level 2 just because the bees like it. And we get a few more discoveries out of it. We get this
Yeah.
pepper over here. This speeds you up, but it also acts as great bait for these guys.
Yeah, and enemies will, or I keep saying enemies, but creatures, they're not enemies. I mean, some of them are enemies, depending on how you feel about them. But they will react differently to different fruits and different, like, food items. So right now, these guys are all mad. Now they're in the mud, so they react differently to being mud. Oh my god, someone said Beyonce.
That's awesome.
That's the name.
That's the name.
Beeyonce. Yeah, there's not going to be something better than that, I fear.
I do need this apple. If I can get this.
You can also pick up fruits and put them on your back, just like creatures. So that's also a thing. You may have to deliver fruit or other things to creatures, depending on what you're doing. This stage has many of these bees, or sorry, a lot of Beyonce.
Yes.
So one of the things that we're going to be doing is destroying all of them and all of their hives for science.
Whoops, I need all of them to fly to here.
The
They don't
bees,
want
Beyonce needs to land on this giant nut here.
Beyonce?
Yeah. You'll also see little these little tokens that are being picked up. We don't really have anything to do with them in this game. There are some discoveries that are tied to them, like you collect a certain set of tokens and it counts as a discovery. In the actual game, they serve as ways of buying hints. So if you don't know, if you're stumped on where to find new discoveries for a creature, you can spend the tokens and they'll give you a hint. And here, we took out a whole line of bees with one shot. And that was a victory, or a... victory, wow. It was a victory against Beyonce, but it was a discovery. And then we took out all their hives, which is another discovery. So we've got 29 discoveries specifically tied to the bee.
Time to canonize.
Yeah, it's time to canonize Beyonce.
So chat,
Not
this is what will happen if you suggest a name that is good. But
And it
keep
will
those
actually
thinking
put the
muscles
name
going.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
That is now Beyonce forever.
Beyonce forever.
There's also this thing where you can, like, mash on this screen while the discoveries are being, like, you know, shown to you, but it's kind of inconsistent and weird.
It's very inconsistent. Nobody knows why you get the faster scroll. If you don't, you're kind of just out of luck.
Yeah, kind of how it is.
Just kind of how it is.
Also,
so
you
lots
know,
of
this
things
game's
just happen.
very new, so I suppose also hard to know everything.
Yeah,
about
that
it
too.
yet.
Yeah.
That too. Things just happened on the chapter screen. The bees caused a ruckus.
Yep.
So now we're going to be meeting these fun little tadpole frog-like things. And their gimmick, as you'll see in a second... We skip a cutscene here. I think that's where Bowser Jr. shows up, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Kamek and Bowser Jr. are doing their stuff. So the gimmick here is that these guys play different notes, and you can make them play songs. So there's a lot of discoveries in this stage related to songs that you can cause by either bouncing on them yourself or tossing an enemy. And again, we have a new fruit here, which is like a... I don't know, they get really happy about it. And that causes you to be able to bounce higher, so there's these little side areas that you can do. Now we're listening to the greatest nursery rhyme ever invented. Now, unfortunately, these guys are about to get a nasty treat.
And these friends are nameable too, right?
Yes.
Yes,
they're all
they
nameable.
can be named.
Alright,
So,
what are our music friends named, chat?
Well, right now they're screaming friends because they ate spicy and now they're upset and won't sing correctly.
Aw.
We also have an angry Crazy Daisy here because she also ate the chili.
I need you. I was supposed to get 2 chilies out of that. I got 1, so I got to come back up here to grab
Oops.
1.
Meanwhile, chaos has erupted.
Yeah.
So now that this guy's moved out of the way, we can get underneath him. And there's another secret den of these screaming, screaming friends.
A big thing in this level is that you don't have to come to each specific area to play each song. And there is just a line of them all in a row at the end where we're gonna play a bunch of songs all at once.
Yeah, it's gonna be musical mayhem.
Please don't go up there. Please stop doing that.
Yeah, if he goes up there,
please
that's
don't do
gonna
that.
be up. Come back.
Dude.
Oh.
There we go.
No.
There we go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, he can troll a bit. And if you do mess up the song, you do have to do it again. You know, they will not allow you to defile the song. And here's the line here. We're gonna have musical mayhem.
Got the little tiny ones over here.
You got the babies, yeah. You're not naming the babies though, you're only naming the big ones.
Yet to see a candidate in chat, so put him in.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
I am not a very musical person, so
Alright,
I'm always
we're
impressed.
I also not.
Let's do that. Very nice. We've got Ludicolo in chat. They do look like Ludicolos. The cousin
Name
of
him.
Ludicolo.
You can name him Sabrina Carpenter. We'll just call it that right now.
We're just doing singers.
Yeah, just
That's the
singers, yeah. My name for them right now. Yeah, so you see a lot of the different musical. They show up in the book, and what's cool is that whenever you get a discovery, it draws it on screen, and then it shows up in the book and kind of shows it. We got a couple other discoveries for Crazy Daisy in that level too, contributing to the number of stars that we have. So now
we gotta watch
we have to
Crazy
watch them
Daisy.
sing some more. This is unskippable. Oh, someone said Ludicolo. Darn.
That's good too.
That is good. It's better than Sabrina Carpenter.
They're
Not
all
Crazy Daisy
Sabrina
is the
Carpenter.
Screamer Carpenter. I don't know. Some kind of pun to be made there that I don't have the brain power to make right now. So this is our friend.
This is our friend Glubbit.
This is
Glubbit.
Glubbit.
We're gonna get every discovery we can with Glubbit.
Yeah.
He's also the last required creature up until chapter 6.
Yeah.
He's also the first boss. Well, I guess he's not the boss.
He is the first boss. Yeah, this is the first stage that has a boss. Yes, you can also feel free to name this guy, but he blows bubbles out of his hoop face. And a lot of the discoveries here are about different types of bubbles that get augmented when it eats different kinds of fruits, and how bubbles interact with different elements. Like here, we need to use the bubbles to take out the little flowers on the trees here to make a discovery, because they all take to make them float away. He kind of spits bubbles.
No, let me down.
I don't know if it's randomly, but like when he spits bubbles out running around, sometimes like when you turn or other things, like he won't spit a bubble sometimes. So tossing him in that arc is kind of helpful there. He's also stuck. One of them is stuck on the little branch. Now we've got a new type of bubble here.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Also get them muddy down in here.
Yeah. Putting them on that branch, 3 of them, is another discovery. Now we got mud bubbles.
I didn't want that to happen yet.
I'm not sure if it's on my end, but I think there may be some stuttering going on.
I think the stream is seeing it all right.
Okay,
As far
good.
as I can tell.
Cool. All right, bet. So yeah, think of a name for this guy. Now he's in love or whatever because he ate a heart fruit. Fickle
Need
little
another
guy.
apple for this guy.
I did see a couple of like shocked face emojis in chat. I feel like that's very accurate.
Yes,
How he looks.
that's him.
Not him.
Yeah, his name can just be (O). That's,
No.
how do you say
I
that?
like it.
I don't know.
Go.
It's up to you to decide.
You can capture the daisies in there. That's another discovery, is getting them all together in the bubble.
Alright, now we're gonna head
And
up.
that, again, we're gonna head up. So not only did you have fruit versions of every
don't do
bubble, you
that.
also have mud versions of every bubble. So those are all different discoveries. But we use these bubbles to get up to the boss area here.
Oh, I like
here's
this
the boss.
interpretation. Somebody in chat says Colin O.
And there he goes.
That's great.
Nice.
That was the boss, by the way.
No more boss.
No more boss.
So the name for this creature is now Colin O.
Colin O.
Colin O.
Great.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then we can get some more stuff here. Because the level keeps going.
It just keeps going. I'm gonna...
I mean, it does eventually stop, but it does keep going.
I did not mean
We're
to
here
jump in that
forever.
right away, but we're gonna improvise.
The bees are here to ruin our lives. Sorry, Beyonce is here to ruin our life.
There we go.
Beyonce. Oh, good save.
Yeah. Beyonce betrayed us. Beyonce betrayed
Eat 'em
us.
a
Sorry,
pepper.
Beyonce betrayed
And then we're gonna get
yeah.
our vengeance on these bees before we head back down.
Oh yeah, now we're gonna explode the bees with angry bubbles.
No, not the creatures.
sorry, Beyonce. He's angry now. Colin O is very mad.
Go.
Yay.
Yay! The bees are going to be constant subjects of not nice things happening to them.
Aw. Gonna get beat up on, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this keyboard.
Colin O. Well, yeah,
Doing
that's
great.
fair.
Thank you.
Keyboard percent.
Played yourself.
Awesome.
There we go.
Hello, Colin O.
Did it.
Ah, yes. I think that's Colin O. As Mr. E would say.
This run's so good.
It is very fun. It's like every creature is their own level, and there's all kinds of interesting things to find and discover, and it's very chill.
It's really creative. I really like all the
It
mechanics
is.
that they're introducing. Very, very fun.
And we won't be showing it today, but I think the game gets even better after the credits. Like, it's very cool. So there's a lot to see here. So we got a bunch of stars from these things, 120 to be exact. So we've opened additional chapters, and we can go through them in any order we want, but the key chapter is going to be chapter 6, which we don't have yet. We need 218 stars to open that up, and then once we have that, we don't have to worry about discoveries anymore. So now we're in chapter 2. And we're about to meet a friend.
Friends is strong.
Who I
words.
say,
Oh, yes.
well, who I say is a little amogus, but, you know, I've gotten heat for that.
I don't know where you see it, but
Come up with
It's literally
something
like
else.
the nose. The
Come up
nose
with-
face. Yeah,
yeah.
please don't name it that.
we're not calling it
Um,
that. Come up with something else.
We're not calling it that.
This guy can be a little bit particular sometimes, so
So
bunch of extra
his
setups
gimmick-
in this level to try to manage everything
Yeah,
because
we just ground pounded him,
if he
and
grabs
that was
hold
a
of
discovery.
something and the first time you interact with him, he runs from you, and you gotta catch all 5 of them.
Yes,
Nope.
because they
Come
love
over here.
playing
Come over
tag.
here. Come over here. I need that.
There we go.
Get away from.
Yeah, so this level's main goal is to get capture all 5 of these little little dudes. And also, that's the mommy, I guess. The mother.
Can I?
Oh,
Can I?
I can see
Can I
that.
get out of here?
You
Thank
cannot. You are not allowed.
That sucks.
There you go.
Actually,
There's
can I
also
get an
little
extra
baby
one
ones.
by-
Not like that. You're doing great.
Go
This
back
game,
here.
this
Okay.
game is.
Yeah, this-
You really have to wrangle these. Little
There we go.
You do.
I'm gonna
Sometimes-
ignore that one. That
some-
was just a little extra one I wanted. But
Sometimes they behave, other times they do not behave.
they never behave.
Yeah, I can definitely tell.
And the discovery there was actually just going into the pit and not getting the flower, so that's why we did not get the flower there. Doesn't actually matter.
I'm gonna let him grab this
Got
so
the
I
green-
can get him in the
Oh.
water here.
Yeah, this stage is like you need to grab them in various scenarios. Like, grab them while he's in the water, grab him while he's, in the mud is another one, I think? I don't remember.
In the
Yep.
water on the vine.
That's right, on the vine.
I
He has a cloud.
messed that up. I had this whole complicated
Cloud is
setup to try to
crazy.
hit him from behind.
He's dodging.
Oh, I got it anyway. All right.
Nice. Got
Can
flowers.
I, please?
Nope,
Thank you.
not
I'm
allowed.
gonna go in here, and then I'm finally gonna eat this guy. Never mind. No, I'm not.
The gold one is the
Can I,
last
please?
one here. Nope.
There we go. Finally.
So not all of the creatures in this game get turned into eggs. Sometimes they get spit out. Yoshi has different opinions on how they taste,
Where's the gold?
which I guess is just taken as objective truth in Mr. E's dictionary. That's the main stage objective, but we still have...
I still got one more. I gotta drain this guy of all his money.
Yeah, we gotta steal his money.
Classic
There we
speedrun
go.
objective.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't see a name for him in chat, but his
His regular name is
basic
Taggett.
canon name is Taggett,
I like that.
because he likes playing tag.
Cute. He kind of reminds me of a cross between like Gumby and
Yeah.
oh, I was thinking of something and now I can't think anymore.
And Among Us, right? That was
Yeah,
definitely what I
it
was
is
thinking.
kind of like Gumby and the Among Us character. Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
We
Quick
got
question
another-
for you, Wister, by the way. I know you're kind of a Yoshi veteran. You've played other modern Yoshi games as well. What draws you to the series, and why did you want to run The Amazing Book when it came out?
I wanted to run the Amazing Book just because it felt so, just different, I guess.
Makes sense.
Hey, look, it's Milled from Yoshi's
It's
Island.
milled. This guy sucks. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
One of the first
So
things we
Yoshi
have to
can't
do is
swallow
get
him.
this nut right here inside the pool, and they don't
Yeah.
like letting that happen.
I call it the primordial ooze.
Can I come back with that? No, I cannot. Sure, we're just
A
gonna
little milled
let that
squished
happen.
under there. Yeah, it's fine. So these guys pop. There's big ones, there's small ones, and their pop explosions cause things to happen. I think we submerged Crazy Daisy
Yeah.
in there.
And then I gotta submerge
Yeah.
myself.
Those are different discoveries. A lot of this level involves tapping the B button as you land on one to cause kind of this pop explosion, and that's what triggers a lot of different discoveries here, like breaking all the boxes.
We're gonna make this guy fly.
This guy's
There we
gonna
go.
fly.
Nice.
That pool will work to submerge the nut.
We're gonna
Come
use his
be in the
explosion to
mysterious
water the
noise.
plant.
Yeah.
And then I have to break all these leaves up here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
does
do some
require
gymnastics.
jumping on a bunch in a row, which sometimes
Yeah.
they don't want to cooperate very well.
Yeah. You also get discoveries for, like, jumping on a certain number in a row. That is like this gold beetle bug that is a recurring theme in these stages. Usually counts for a discovery if you manage to drain him of his cash flow. There's a theme here, I think.
No,
We got a big
there we
one.
go.
Here we go. There we go.
I'm seeing
There we
Curly
go.
in chat.
Curl B.
Curlby.
Curly.
Nope, this way.
I love breaking
You can
crates in this
use
game.
the explosion to reactivate the pool.
Yeah.
We're gonna take one.
I don't fully understand how that works. It's like the primordial ooze has turned off for some reason.
For some reason. So we need to bounce
Or,
on
like-
enough to get the big one to spawn out of here. And he's really big.
Yeah.
You can get another one
time-
for hitting the bug with these guys, but it's very inconsistent. There we
Yeah,
go.
every time you see like the kind of pool
Nice.
flash white or whatever, you've kind of done it successfully.
There we
There
go.
he
Ooh,
is.
very big. Big Curly.
Side
Got
quests
some golden ones.
for the bees.
Please.
Stop.
And then they're
Sorry,
gonna just
Beyonce.
kind of
My bad.
Beyonce.
gone.
Got again.
Yeah, that was a Beyonce bomb.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. There's just a lot of bee like destruction in this game.
There really
Maybe
is.
the creators had a grudge. They
Yeah,
got
I mean, I got stung by
once.
bees a lot as a kid. I'm not super fond of them, but that was
Very important to our
alas.
ecosystem.
So I think Curl Bee is the winner here.
Yes, I agree.
37 discoveries on that stage alone, and that's not even all of them. I don't think. Or is it?
Whoops.
Curl Bee. Yay.
Yay.
Ooh.
Yoshi. Curl Bee.
Twister, is it safe to assume your favorite color of Yoshi is pink?
My personal choice is light blue.
Ah,
Yeah.
good choice.
He asked me what color Yoshi to be, and I said, pretty pink,
I like it.
so not bad.
Unfortunately,
No,
green
you're
is
bad.
the fastest Yoshi, and I do hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
So
Chat, what's your favorite Yoshi color? Let me know.
we're gonna hop
My
over
favorite
into
general
chapter
color
5.
is purple, but I don't know if it's my favorite Yoshi.
Yeah, it's hard for me. I like the orange one.
It's a good call.
So this guy,
This guy here is definitely not the fastest creature, but we get him for a very, very specific reason later on.
yeah,
But he is very finicky.
he's also terrifying.
Just a little bit.
This is like the horror stage. You're locked in there with this guy
Oh wow.
who has like scythes for hands, but he's also very easily fooled by you hiding.
Very easily fooled. He also is very dumb. So you have to
He
play the
is very
stage in a
stupid.
very, very particular way, or else he's just gonna like run away and do his own thing.
Yeah. And a lot of the discoveries here are like hiding in different things that makes him lose track of you, or like, you know, like this, like doing garden work with his scythe hands. You're also saving shy. You can also save shy guys here, which are in the game. You can deliver them to safety, and they also will help you by showing you where the nearest key is, because you do need the keys to escape this this level.
This boss is also... I say boss because he's big. He's not a boss.
He's not a boss, yeah.
This enemy is also one of the few enemies that can actually kill you. This game
Yes.
doesn't really have a health system. So most of the time getting hit just means nothing. But if this guy hits you even once, you go all the way back to the beginning.
Yes.
So I need him to pop back in, please. Where is he?
He has spots that he'll pop out of. Or, you know,
Or not. Where is... There he is.
Yoshoid Dread, yeah.
Yoshi Dread.
It is very much like the Emmys in Dread. It even makes kind of similar noises.
It's kind of true. The Yoshoid is kind of it's
Yeah,
pretty
the
great.
Yoshoid.
I like
Children. We're gonna eat one of his kids. We're gonna use
Yeah.
another as bait.
that. That's dark.
It's a lot of themes with the creature having like child versions and then the child versions doing stuff. He's confused because we ducked in mud. There's another Shy Guy. There is a discovery for saving all the Shy Guys, which I don't believe we get. I think we
We do
murdered
not.
Shy Guy already.
This
But you can do that.
hide in here.
Oh no, he's confused.
I would say that he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but like he kind of is.
Well,
He is pretty sharp.
Yeah, he is. He is sharp. Now we're gonna have him, you know, destroy art. Yeah, but there are certain enemies that, like, you will get hit and then get, like,
No?
kind of stunned by, but he's one of the enemies that will knock you,
Dude.
like, cause a reset. Like that.
That's so unfortunate.
That is probably the worst possible time for that to happen.
It basically starts over the level, but you do get a discovery for not getting hit, so I do need to actually start over.
Yeah, and also robs you of all your keys if you're holding any. So that was probably the worst place for that to happen because you just got the last key.
Yep. That was basically the
brutal.
last.
That was like the very end of the
That
stage.
was like the
yeah.
last discovery up before we leave, though. So we can.
So if anyone has, this is a good time to drop names for this scary thing. If you have any suggestions.
Yeah, I think right now Yoshoid is in the running, but
Yeah,
if you want
Yoshoid
to,
Dread is kind of cool.
I agree. If you want to provide any more, now is a very good time. Now it's also a good time to just remind y'all real quick that SGDQ is coming up. This is our final stream before that. You can type !SGDQ in the chat to see the whole schedule. And yeah, you'll definitely want to check it out Sunday through Saturday. It's going to be really, really fun.
He literally turned around to attack a Shy Guy and then wouldn't turn back around. I
He has
mean it when this
priorities.
guy's not that
He's
smart.
He has priorities, that's all.
He's living
He's
his
like,
best
"What?"
life.
Hey, you did it.
Yay!
What are you
Now
doing up
he's
there?
doing something.
Hey.
He's really desperate to
Wow.
Can you
slice Yoshi.
Can you go away, please,
Nope.
dude? What is he doing?
This is terrifying.
He's kind of going through it.
Okay. Glad
Anyway,
we're
the big
out.
thing here is that
I actually do think I may have missed one, but see if that's important.
yes, we will definitely see. And you escaped him because he can't jump over that small little bridge, apparently.
Amazing.
You've escaped.
I sure did.
So it's looking like the winner is Yoshoid.
I did miss one.
I endorse this.
I'm also one short, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So I know you have some backup ones.
Yeah, I mean,
or-
if you're just one short, you can hop in anywhere pretty much and just get one real quick.
I like that most of his discoveries involve him being confused. And then it'll always give you a hint as to another discovery once it's done cataloging all of them. That's what that little silhouette is. He exposed the snail-like thing there.
We're one short, so we're just gonna hop in here real quick and get one discovery.
Yeah. I like this stage a lot, actually. We won't really see much of it, but I think it's very fun. Like a Venus flytrap hammer. There you go. Yoshi tasted it.
Not
Now
very
Yoshi
much
knows
of
what
it
that. Yeah, Yoshi knows what it tastes like now. So that was a discovery. Yeah, yummers.
I guess you can discover the world that way.
You also don't get to name
can.
a creature unless you've actually done the discovery that lets you finish the level.
Yeah.
But you do keep the discoveries.
So now we're on to chapter 6, and unlike the other chapters, chapter 6 sort of progresses linearly. Usually, the other chapters, like, there may be a creature or two on the page initially, and then you can kind of pick, your route, and you might be able to skip creatures or whatever if you want to do the full chapter. This, they all just, like, all in a row. So this is the end game. We're not concerned about discoveries anymore. We've gotten all the discoveries that we need. We're just about clearing these with the main, like discovery challenge for each level. These Yoshi's Island fans will know are the Goonies, or if you have a better name for them, you can do it. But this is a pretty fast level.
They do look like Wingles, but maybe drawn
They
in
do
MS
look
Paint.
like, yes. They also bounce off walls repeatedly, bonk their heads,
Aw, silly.
and we found their nest, so that's it. That's the end. Hooray!
Yeah, chapter 6 is going to be a lot shorter just because we're not
Pretty-
focused on discoveries. We can run straight to the end.
Yeah, and normally in game, you can jump into the little, like bubble that shows up for clearing the stage, and it'll let you leave, but it's faster just to menu out, and it still achieves the exact same thing. Varharu? Yoshi no longer cares about helping Mr. E.
We're still helping.
Kinda, a little bit. Just not as detail-oriented. I forget the name of these characters in this game, but they are also in Yoshi's Island. They're like the Muffin Puffin, I think.
We've
Something
talked
like
a
that.
lot about
That's cute.
Puffin Muffin.
creatures and their kids
Yeah.
having their own unique discoveries. This creature is
Yeah.
entirely focused around his kids and about the fact that he has lost his kids and doesn't want him because when you find him, he runs away from his kids.
Irresponsible,
The whole goal
honestly.
of this
Wow.
level is to get all 6 of them and then force him to take them back.
Yeah, you're trying to force custody of the children. That's what's going on here. Negligent parenting,
If I
know.
could.
This feels epically
Please.
dubious for
Please.
Yoshi.
I mean, I think
Please.
I think Wister's writing a wrong here,
Indeed.
Please. Thank you.
since I guess it's the only of this creature on this island. They do need their parent. So we got all of them.
So here's where
They
the
also
parent
matched
is.
us.
We're gonna come right up and then
and then
Take your kids!
and
kids.
then we concuss the parent with their children. There's a new sentence,
and then
I
we
think.
leave.
Bye!
It's a hit and run.
Incredible.
It's like the babysitter runs out of the house as soon as the parents get home.
They're yours now.
Yeah. So that was the Puffin Muffin or Muffin Puffin or Chicky
yeah, Huff and
Chicken
Puffin,
or
I think.
whatever. Yeah. That means after they do the little victory lap, we get this little guy who's he's a little jelly. Is it Helly Jelly? Is that his name? I forget.
I don't know either.
Some of these I always remember the names of, others I just completely forget. This guy is fun. A lot of the creatures that we've shown are cool, but like some of them are like very different movement-wise. This one lets us do something really fun, which is he's a jetpack.
Whoa! Nice.
And we gotta break up this cloud and eat all of
We gotta
it.
break up this cloud, which is also a creature in this game. Yeah, he eats those to refill his water supply so he can keep flying.
And
So,
you gotta eat the entire
precipitation.
thing There we go.
Precipitation is under siege on this stage. And the main goal is to, take out all those clouds.
Very nice.
It's Flood. Yeah, you should name him. You should name it Flood.
It is kind of like Flood.
It is Flood. Yoshi finally gets Flood. Also,
After all
also
these
the non
years.
the non-Delfino Island Yoshis don't dissolve when touching water, which is a good thing. It's a very strange weakness to have. I feel like evolution would have fixed that, but
You'd
Well,
think. But,
You think?
you would
guess
think.
not.
Doink.
Goink.
And now we got this large fella.
So earlier we were collecting kids to throw them back. Now we're gonna help someone rescue their kids.
Yeah.
This
And
creature,
I
they have
don't-
a very skeptical look. I feel.
They
Yeah.
are.
They also
They're
suck.
very skeptical. I
His
mean, I
whole
like
thing
them.
is that he takes you up and you get to go on for a ride.
Then you somehow control him by having.
The big
Being
problem
in
is
his
that you
mouth.
can't turn around easily.
Yes.
So if I were to mess this up, in theory, it would cause problems.
Also,
But
the
it won't
Shy
happen.
I'm not going
Guys.
to.
It certainly wouldn't happen. The Shy Guys in this little ship have stolen the babies.
We're just gonna stay lined up like this and just kind of body the ship. And then,
Yeah.
There we go.
Until the ship tries to
Nice.
body us, at which point it is defeated. Finally, the way to reunite this guy with the kids is to make him eat them. They're safe in their mouth, so cool.
Fair enough.
So we've concussed parents with the kids, we've played tag with the kids, and now we've also eaten the kids. There's all kinds of things going on in nature's a very, very strange ecology.
I'm not sure if this is the greatest parenting advice book of all time.
It might not be.
Might need to look for different sources.
Doink. And when you can get him to bounce on ground like that because, you know. Now, we've got our last normal creature. This is like this is a very unique stage, actually. So, all of these Shy Guy variants have instruments, and we need to get them to all play together. And to get them to play together, we need to make sure that they're playing together on the beat, essentially. So you need to be smacking them to kind of wake them up within a certain timing, or else they all stop playing. And by doing so, this little flower grows and grows and grows.
Nice. So that's kind of like a speedrun stage too. In a way.
Yep. Yeah, you do
Very
have to route
smooth.
through there. Hooray!
Nice.
Music.
A lot of musical themes in this game too. Fun.
But yeah. Now that they're creatively satisfied, that's it for that level.
Very important to be creatively satisfied.
I agree. And now, we're going to be moving into the final level of the run. So this whole time, Bowser Jr. and Kamek have been searching through this book to find a creature called the Bewilder Bird. Bowser Jr. just really wants this creature for whatever reason. It's a sort of magical, wild creature that has mysterious powers, which we're gonna see momentarily. There it is now. The singing brought the Bewilder Bird out.
I do think this is the only creature in the game that you also can't rename.
Yeah. It's just the Bewilder Bird.
It's just the
that's
Bewilder
it.
Bird, that's it.
Yeah.
It's a banger name,
So-
so I get it.
The Bewilder Bird's special property is that when you grab it here, it can transform into any creature that you've discovered so far, and as such, you get the powers of those creatures. So we get a new page in the Mr. E here called the Index, and you choose which creature you want it to transform into. Which, honestly, this is the creature to use to quickly clear the stage here that we just discovered recently.
The jetpack is fast.
The jetpack is very fast.
Very fast.
And we
And
kind
we're
of
going
skip
to
here
use
to the
one of
final
the creatures
boss.
we got earlier
Nice.
in order to body him, so get ready on time.
All
Yeah.
right.
So remember, we went for the horror creature.
Oh, our scythe, our
Yeah, he-
Yoshoid.
Yeah. I think you squished him.
That's fine.
Yeah. So this guy usually takes tons of hits, but
And time.
GG.
yeah.
Let's go.
So that's it for Bowser Jr. and Kamek. Spoiled little baby. No, well, he sounds different in this game. I go by the Yoshi's Island sound for Kamek. It turns out that was also a baby.
Oh,
This is the real Bewilder Bird.
awesome. That's very cool. I love this creature game.
I guess Bowser Jr. is just very intimidated by this giant bird and decides to
He just
flee.
gives up
Oh,
completely.
He's like, oh, crap. Mommy's here.
Aww. How cute. Well, that was delightful.
Yay!
We made some questionable parenting decisions,
We made some great
Oh,
parenting
yeah.
decisions.
named some creatures.
Yeah.
All in all, a good
Yeah,
time.
Beyonce is what I'm calling that creature from now on.
For sure. Well, that was a wonderful time. Thank you both for being here. Now is a great time if y'all want to do some shout outs.
I don't really have anything to shout out. I stream on Twitch once a year, Wister season. That's about it.
I also do not really stream very much. I'm CMM1215. I kind of just hang around. You can follow me on Blue Sky, I guess. Thanks for having me. And if you're going to be at SGDQ this weekend, I will see you there.
Yep, can't wait. Same here. We are all
Yes.
eagerly awaiting our trips. Or, of course, if you are at home for SGDQ, I'm sure you're eagerly awaiting your well-deserved couch time, because that was our final stream until SGDQ. But, good news! We aren't going offline just yet. If you missed out on Out of the Box or Creature Corner, you can stay tuned as we replay both shows after this. And of course, this night, Out of the Box and Creature Corner will be back in about 3 weeks after SGDQ. But, in the meantime, please tune in Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern for Summer Games Done Quick 2026. We will be opening with Donkey Kong Country 2 by Ryan Ford. It's going to be incredible! !SGDQ in chat. I hope y'all had fun with our little Brawl day, our little green day. Creature fun. Special here tonight. So, yeah. Bye from the Hotfix crew. See y'all later.